8 pound greater.
Welcome to the Pour Up Podcast. We having visual technical difficulties, but we in here. Pour Up Podcast. I am Mike Lake in the building, aka Hillsboro Slim, aka Salt and Pepper Beard.
Yo, I'm knocking on the door. I am CP34, and I will fix the camera here in 1 second. Go ahead, gents.
Steve Cash Money Bags, aka the Fitness Addy. We back for another week. We back. We feeling good. Hopefully, we all feeling good. Mike, how you feeling this week?
I'm feeling good, feeling great.
Why you feeling good and feeling great?
Everything's good, man. Life's going well. My lady straight, my son,
Dick still work?
Dick still working.
Does it?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
That's
I'm
always
good
a
in the
good
dick
thing.
streets.
That's always
Yeah.
good. That's always a good thing, especially at coming of age. At what time that
Yeah,
around
man.
what age is it supposed to clock out?
I don't know. I be talking to my pops. He's still kicking, so I got till at least 56.
I mean, he rocking solo. He got enhancement pills.
Nah, he's solo dolo.
I'm ready for the hey. I
Already?
think we talked about it for what I want to do.
Oh,
I think
you
we talked about it
just wanna try
already
it?
before. Yeah, like the enhancement drugs. Like ain't nothing wrong with a little enhancement.
Nah, you can enhance a lot of things and make them better.
It's like it's like throwing the extendo. Just,
Like right now, Claude is enhancing our camera angles.
like sometimes you just throw the extendo on the joint and
I don't know what you're doing. I was just trying to throw you a little.
No, for real, but ain't nothing wrong with enhancing what's already lit, right? You can make it more lit.
Correct.
When
Like-
God said let there be light, he ain't say how much light. He
Yeah,
just
he
said let there be
turn it
light.
up.
So when the cavemen lit when they little sparked the little shit, that was technically light,
Yeah,
and then it got enhanced.
and now we got light.
We got motherfucking infrared and all different other types of
Yeah,
lights.
yeah, all different spectrums. Like the Bucks won the Super Bowl, and we finna try to run that back. We're gonna try to enhance it.
Yeah, so ain't nothing wrong with a little enhancement drugs here and there.
I probably can't take them to just try. I hear they fuck with your blood pressure, and I already got high BP.
I to make that joke.
What joke? It was implied in what I said. But you do it. Yeah, you do it. And I don't know. Tell us about it.
No, I think. Well, first off, I wouldn't want more research. I want to know what's expected. Like, is it supposed to make my joint like bigger? It's just supposed to like make it last longer. Because my
just keep the
stamina is
blood
already
there.
right. My stamina already right.
They just keep the blood there.
I wonder if it's still there like after you go.
If it is,
Like
then you
one
should call a
stay
doctor.
like it's like one stay in a chamber. Like even though
You
you
just
bust
walk
off,
around loaded up.
and even though you bust off, the chamber is still loaded.
Yeah, you in the kitchen cooking, and you just still rock for no
You
reason.
turn around, you're knocking over shit on your counter.
Would you try you heard of the Blue Chews or Hims?
Yeah, something like that.
Those aren't quite Viagra, but would you try those?
It's not Viagra.
I believe Viagra's prescription, and the other two.
I thought it was just like it, like a sister
The
part.
other two are more over the counter. I think you consult with a doctor to get them, but they're not. I'd imagine they're not the same potency for some
Yeah,
reason, maybe. I don't know.
it reminds me of like gas station pills. I've never taken a gas station
No, I
pill,
would never do
but
that.
them shits like regular. Like niggas take them shits like before they smash. I hear people talk about it all the fucking time.
I would
Even
never
Cam,
do that.
even salute to Cam. He jumped in the dick business.
he got a dick company.
You don't know Cam in the dick business?
I don't know what you're referring to right
Cameron. He got pink something pink. Fuck.
Pink Chew? Oh, no, it's Blue
No,
Chew.
no.
now. That's Blue Chew.
Cameron has pink horse.
Oh, word.
Pink
That's what's up.
Horse.
Yeah, and it's like it helps out in the dick department.
I'll trust anything that is marketed with the backing of some kind of doctor before I just cop the gas.
I mean, it
station
ain't just
joint.
Cam running around with a.
No. I'm saying before I cop the gas station joints, I'll cop the Cam or the Blue Chew.
Those gotta be regulated to sell, right?
Blue Chew?
I'm
Hell
not.
no.
No, not Blue Chew.
No, I mean, the Blue Chews,
talking
those
about
little
the
gas station things?
No.
No, because they would literally be sold at like, I don't know, like a pharmacy. Like you can
Like
get
a
those
GMC or
things.
some
You
shit.
only can get those
Well,
at
you
gas
could
stations.
buy medicine like headache like pills at the gas station. So why
Yeah,
can't
but
you?
we
Those
know
are-
aspirin is highly regulated.
Those are regulated, but the supplements are not regulated. The FDA doesn't approve supplements.
Walmart sells supplements. They
Yeah,
do.
but I'm sure they vet before they just throw it on the counter more than the
At a
average
gas station.
random gas station. Yeah.
Even if you go to a good gas station, they still got them.
I wouldn't. I'm not taking. I ain't buying.
I mean, I'm waiting
man,
with it because I'm afraid to put in certain shit in my body. I always think like
your dick
you
fall
put some
off.
shit in your body and then like you hey, listen, there's certain things I don't want to wake up dead to,
Facts.
and I would hate to wake up dead in a situation like that.
First of all, when you go standing in line and got taught to Jesus, you gotta explain yourself. Like, what was
How
you
did you
doing?
get here?
What do you mean?
Oh, Steve was asking how
No,
my
no,
day
you
was.
have to explain to Jesus. How did you get here?
Oh yeah,
Literally,
no,
like,
yeah.
like Jesus is like because he already know.
Well,
He already knows how you got here.
But he still want to hear you say.
He want to hear you
He
say.
want to hear your story.
Because what if she's like, Jesus, I had one of those gas station pills. And Jesus over here going,
Oh, Jesus, just dummy slap.
Are you still talking
You know?
to Jesus with a heart on?
what?
Oh, it's still there.
Would
It's
you
still-
still be talking to Jesus with a heart on?
I'm saying like if
Like,
you do, like
'cause
you're
you took the
still
pill
it's
and
still
died.
there. Like you still talking to this man all erect.
All right, so like legit, real question. Do you think that you get to take a heart on to heaven?
I don't know.
I feel like in my
Probably
heaven,
so.
it's gonna be hard the whole time.
You know what?
Just
You know what,
running around with-
Because I always wonder, like when
Poking out your gold robe?
like when you go to like when you go to heaven, right? Do you look how you look in your prime, or do you look how you look when you go? Because if I'm like a super old shriveled up man, like
Yeah.
nah, put me in my prime.
Yeah. Do you want them to add some like height to you too? You think? Or
No,
like,
that's not my prime.
just
I didn't have height in my prime.
You didn't have height in your prime.
No.
You don't have height in your non-prime. Are you in your prime now?
I'm
though?
regular. I'm
Yeah.
regular. Nah, I probably was. I might have better heyday.
You don't
but
think
why
this
would
is
I
your
have height?
prime?
I don't know. I gotta see 10 years from now. See
Oh,
how
that's
washed
true.
up I become.
That's true. Good
But
point.
why would I have something added to a prime? That's me and being enhanced.
Yeah, that's Prime Plus.
That's the,
What are we talking about? Credit cards now?
Streaming services.
Niggas got a Prime Plus
Prime
credit
Plus.
card.
Yeah, you got a Prime Plus.
No, I can't even. I
What's
can't
we
get
we talking about Steve? What's your Prime Plus? Is it just
What you
simply a six pack?
that. What is it? What do you mean?
So going back to your Prime, what would you add to the plus?
I don't know. It's kind of hard to say because going back to six pack days would be nice, but I know so much more now that it's like I have the knowledge equivalent of like an 18 pack. So it's kind of like why go back? Because it don't really matter. It really doesn't matter.
What makes your Prime? Because you just alluded to brain knowledge, and before we were talking about Steve's, it was physicality. Do you have different primes? Like most people talk about prime in reference to sports, and it's a player and its physicality.
Yeah, so I think a prime
Because you just said
physicality is definitely a way to measure prime, but also, I mean, what are we talking about? Like, are we talking about like?
my physical prime is in high school. I don't want to go back that far. That's
Yeah, but see, I don't want to go. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. I
you
don't want to go back to
you
my
want to go to heaven looking 12.
my
16,
12?
17,
Jesus.
17 when I was playing football.
No, I don't want to go back to.
I said, look into it. That's a compliment. You look young. If you
I feel like we haven't reached our
you
prime.
don't want to look. You don't want to look like the niggas in off house party in high school.
Nah, them dudes was wild.
Them niggas was grown.
The
Them
bully
niggas was
homies?
30.
The bully
Oh,
homies
yeah,
is
with the
older
Jerry
than
curl.
we are right now.
They were 30.
Jericho.
They was definitely.
I feel like that same dude was in like all of the '80s movies that took place like in Compton.
He was
or,
like the
like
bully.
on what he was.
Yeah.
He was always the bully. I feel like he was in like what was that damn movie with Morgan Freeman? You can call me Batman with the bat. What was that?
Oh,
called? Lean on me.
Lean
Lean
on
on
Me,
me.
Lean
I feel
on
like he
Me.
was Jerry
One of
Curl
my
dude there.
all-time
He was Jerry Curl dude and all of the house parties. You know.
People get typecast.
Yeah.
And,
Would you think he got typecast just because of his Jerry Curl?
he's a typecast extra
Not like him being bigger than normal.
or a villain character.
He's being bigger than most people, and
It's like Terry Crews.
I just didn't
Yeah.
mention that. And then social media happened. And you realize Terry more so lame. He not some big.
Oh, he's
scary
Yeah.
super
villain
Do we
anymore.
cancel him? Is he officially canceled? I
I'm
don't
not in the canceling business,
Yeah.
but I certainly wouldn't. I wouldn't pass up on $500K to meet him.
Oh, speaking of that,
Now speaking of,
Go ahead.
we can still
Go ahead,
move. We can
Steve.
still move.
Yeah, we still see how everybody doing.
Salute to you for getting out the Claude Prime Plus. But anyway, we can talk about
Plus.
This
kidding
is-
me right now?
The plus is
The
pounds.
plus size. That's what I am right now.
But Steve asked me how I was doing. Is how we got there. How about you, Steve? How you doing?
I'm cool, man. I'm good. Very
Is there
busy.
an
per usual.
airplane going by? Or am I just hearing that?
No, that's like
No, there's something out there.
something. We about a base.
Oh yeah,
Huh?
you know
Yeah,
the
it's the
Bucks
plane.
gonna get off.
Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
the flyover.
I think it's a flyover.
B2
It's coming through.
Bombers.
It's kind of neat. If you're watching us live and you're watching the Bucks, those planes that are going over there just went over us. So it's cool. Go ahead, Steve. Sorry.
But
Super Bowl champs.
yeah, just normally busy per usual. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to the weekend. You know what I'm saying? I got my homie birthday. Salute to you.
Oh yeah. Oh damn. You know what's crazy? I had a busy week. I don't forgot that. my
Oh, it's your
is-
birthday?
Yeah, it is my birthday.
I had no idea.
Did you do something special for me?
I did not.
Wow.
I truly did.
Wow, that sucks.
I was focused on my girlfriend.
Wow, that fucking sucks.
It's her birthday.
I'm changing my birthday, by the way, FYI.
I'll do that.
I'm gonna
appreciate
put it on me real quick. I'm changing my birthday for the simple fact that every time I can't plan anything without you first going, oh, I gotta see. It is. You go. It is also my girlfriend's birthday. Is what you say
Well,
every single time.
If
Does he
you-
hunch his shoulders
if
up?
he
the same
does,
way?
just
if
like that.
you
Like,
let
the
me
hunch-
clap
he'd be
your
like,
cheeks,
Mike,
then
he-
I'll give you first.
He'd be like
birthday
the
bill.
hunchback and everything. Well, it is my girlfriend's birthday. Like literally, he does do that. I kid you no lie.
As I said, if you let me clap your cheeks, it'll be your birthday.
I thought you might have said something like that, and so I kind of like mulled over it and
No,
went
I
faster
know.
because I don't.
I waited
the
till
thought.
I waited
The
till the
thought of
break.
you clapping my cheeks, but then we determined that clapping cheeks is both a bad and a good thing.
What you willing to do for your birthday?
What am I getting? No, I'm just joking. No, I'm
Get
not
your
letting you.
cheeks
You not
clapped.
clap. You cannot clap cheeks.
Get your cheeks clap.
Y'all some
Oscar
wild
brothers.
individuals.
Steve feels very uncomfortable now.
No, I feel cool. I'm used to
Man,
it.
all's
Used to
fair-
making the jokes
all's fair,
like that.
all's fair in comedy.
Yeah.
I would never clap his actual cheeks.
No,
My standards
and
are
I
higher.
appreciate that. I'm good.
But anyway,
That's
it is
good.
It is a homie CP birthday.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to gather any trinkets or joke gifts to fuck with you.
Thank God.
I thought about it, but I was busy at work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
Tell
your
us-
shirt by the way.
Tell
Steve.
me your cash at words. Thank you. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? It's my words. It's my
yeah.
words.
Yeah, if you're watching this and you do want to see me a little something, Cash App is at Claude. I think what Claude.
I think it's
do you-
SCT 21.
SCT21 is you.
Oh, is it?
No,
Claude, do
sir.
you have permission? Do you have permission to sell those?
What?
The shirts
He's not talking about shirts.
I'm not selling
For
shirts.
his birthday.
Hell no, I got permission to sell those. I'm gonna get sued. What are you talking about?
by Steve?
By the company that I stole the logo
It
from.
had nothing to do with. He wasn't selling, and he's
I
accepting
thought he was
birthday
selling
gifts.
shirts.
No,
I
no,
didn't
he's
realize we were
mentioning-
gonna be back to
No,
that.
he was saying
No.
it's a nice shirt
It's a nice shirt.
because it's.
I understood what he was
gang
saying.
And I made him a shirt.
And you
and
said
he-
those are
he's
my
wearing
words,
it.
and
Yeah,
I was
these are my
and I was still on that.
Yeah,
I
I
was
see what
saying,
you-
do you have permission to sell
Oh,
those?
actually, that's a good point.
Yeah. Which one? $1 from each. You know what I said? I give you
Wait,
1%.
Well,
I give you 10% of all the sales.
nah,
Now, well, how much you want?
10?
Yeah, what you want?
I'll take a good 97.
Claude,
97%.
Yeah.
Here's your 97% of all the sales right here. There you go.
You're just waiting to do
There
this.
you go. Yes, I have.
Was he supposed to touch it? Or something?
No.
But anyway, yeah,
He
Claude,
just
Claude
wanted to show me his dick beater.
Well, it is the only thing that I cannot put into my rest stop. What do you call it? My RBS? RTS? RDS?
Hey,
I get
you
everything
know
with
what
it.
you got. Your RBS kit.
RBS kit.
Rest stop.
What is it? What was the?
It was a rest stop beat off kit or something.
well, yeah. What was it? What is this thing?
You know, it's your kit. Don't try to
rest
act like.
stop, but
it was
rest
your
stop
kit.
is 2 words. So
It was,
RT,
no, it was something else. I don't even remember.
It was
dog.
RSB.
RSB.
Rest stop beat off.
Rest stop.
That's
yeah.
what it was. That's
Yeah.
what it was.
RSB.
RSB kit.
Yeah,
That
absolutely.
shit was fucking actually hilarious.
Yeah, we have a guest in
We should do a
the waiting room right now. We're not bringing them on just yet, but I know right now she's like, "This is not what I signed up for."
Charlene, are you listening?
Don't do that.
That was fire.
You're gonna do it a couple times.
No,
aren't
I'm
you?
not. That's the last.
Okay.
She
What's his name?
robbing. She robbing.
Who's waiting?
We have a guest coming in because we are talking about single moms later on. We do have a single mom on that's going to join us a little bit, and we're going to pick her brain and also have a little bit of a. I'm sure it'll be a little bit of a debate.
Mhm.
Because the title of the show is
She came a little early.
yeah. Why not?
she in the
It's
back
better
listening.
than the
She in the
people
green
that come late.
What you think she's doing? She just put the kids to bed, poured some wine.
I don't know.
Guess what she's doing? Take a quick guess on what she was doing. And let's see who was right when she get on.
Okay.
Just a quick guess.
Okay. Well, you want to guess right now?
And I have no idea who she is. I'm shooting in the dark because I don't even know what she.
What do
I
you
don't
think
know
she was
is.
doing?
I'm gonna refrain because I think I know what she's doing. I mean, I can see her.
Oh, you can see her.
Yeah, don't look.
All right,
I
without
have to
looking,
imagine she probably just got off work. Yeah, probably definitely fed the kid. I want to say
how many? Is it 1 or 2?
just
3
one.
or 4?
Just
How many?
one.
Just one.
Just one boy. Yeah.
All right.
Just like,
All right, just give me a little background on my guess. What's her ethnicity?
I think Hispanic and white. She could
Mike,
correct
is
me
correct.
wrong.
I don't know. I'm not looking at
I
a
don't
picture. I'm
know.
not guessing.
Don't look
this
at
one.
her.
I don't know her, but it could be right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Hispanic and white. I wanna
Okay.
say.
All right.
But it could just be also Hispanic. I don't know. I don't want to guess because people think that I'm Arabic, so I don't really want to.
So either one
No
or
one
two
ever told you
things.
that.
1 or 2. It's Thursday. Either she just got off. You know what I'm saying? She made sure her kid was good. Probably made some. If she's white, probably made macaroni.
Kraft macaroni.
She rolled her eyes.
Kraft macaroni.
It probably made some macaroni, a little mashed potato. You know what I'm saying? She might have maybe a grilled piece of chicken.
Oh,
You know
Jesus.
what I'm saying? And if she Hispanic, you know what I'm saying?
Seasoned
She probably
chicken?
has some what yeah, it's gonna be seasoned.
It's gonna be
So I see what
seasoned,
you're
okay.
doing. She probably definitely a little bit of a pork, something with pork. What's it called?
Chorizo.
Something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. A little probably some rice on the side and banana, something like that.
Plantain.
No, not the plantain, a real
a
banana.
natural banana.
That's just
Yeah.
a regular
Okay,
banana.
If she's Cuban.
Oh, Charlene, this is your chance to run now.
I salute Charlene.
You're
I
still here.
appreciate
By the
you
time we
being
bring you on, it's all
I
on you.
appreciate
You
you
wanted
being in
this. You wanted this. Hang in there. We'll get to you here in a bit. Before we do get to your tips, I don't know. You probably wanted to acknowledge, and I did not get a picture. I ran out of time today of him, but we did lose somebody. You actually sent it to us. You actually sent it to me, I think,
Oh man,
ahead of time. The gentleman we lost from The Wire,
Michael K.
Yes.
Michael Caine. Yeah. I have to say, probably so disappointed. A couple reasons why it's disappointing, right? I don't want to put his business out there, and I'm not going to judge him for it. But they said it's fentanyl, laced with fentanyl, whatever he had in the system. Cool, it is what it is. I don't want to necessarily throw that on him right now because people are lacing shit with fentanyl, and people don't even know they're taking fentanyl. So that's
I don't think anyone's voluntarily taking.
Nobody's voluntarily taking fentanyl.
Super.
Some people are though. Some people are crazy like that. But I don't want to throw that on him, and I'm gonna say hopefully that wasn't the case. But whatever it was, that is tragic, but more so disappointing because I know everything that I've seen him in, and I was just crazy to just see him in more stuff just because he started popping. He started popping. The Wire, I think, is believing. I want to say where everybody kind of knows him from initially.
Yeah, he was. I'll call him Omar to this day. He will forever be Omar to me.
Yeah. But I think he went with Boardwalk Empire, Lovecraft Country. I mean, we talk about right there. You got 3 major, like prime time big hitters, and it's kind of crazy to have somebody else now taken out by that. So I'd be remiss if we moved on and we didn't kind of acknowledge his presence in our world and rest in power to Michael K. So
facts.
Anyway,
no, that's you said it good enough for me, Mike.
No, I think you hit the nail on the head. As we always do, unfortunately, in these situations, you should go back and spin his shit, see how great of an actor he was, and seemed like he was very dialed into the community. And one of my favorite viewings of him was in Community. Him as the teacher.
Yeah,
he's trolling Jeff Winger.
Yeah, and those little things like that, I don't remember until you say something like that. He was just kind of in everything. And like I said, he finally started popping off, and it kind of sucks when you see an actor that you follow for so long that's in almost everything, and they pop out like. And I said, this is what I said. I said this before the beginning of the year when Cecily Tyson died. It sucks that somebody has to pass on before we recognize who they are outside of our community.
Right, but it also I feel you, but not to compare the two. But one's different when it's so much younger.
I know,
and also you just think you party, and that's why I was saying earlier about the whole gas station pills. I don't want to wake up dead to to some weird shit. You know what I'm saying? I want to be talking to God because I woke up dead. Yeah. Because I took some wild shots I shouldn't have took. I was trying to have some fun.
Yeah.
What if they'd start like I don't know. You gotta watch everything not clean. You can't just take shit that people give you. He probably has someone that went out and got something for him. He probably didn't cop from his regular dealer or whatever.
Even at minimum, you're a dealer too.
Like you guys, shit just crazy.
Situation.
Yeah, it's almost like you got to test your shit out. Like you
literally just imagine, even you start asking questions at the gym. Imagine going to the gym and you have to get a protein shake and they, the whole time you're working out, you trying to get fit and all. They fuck around and put some fentanyl in your shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yo, that's a scary thought.
I know, just because you wanted to get fit and all.
Not on the fentanyl.
Horrible.
Bar.
You want to run a graphic?
No, I don't have any graphics today related to that. Y'all got me. You got me. Time was your ally today when it came to that. But you did mention something, and I know we don't normally get into current events, but it is kind of fun sometimes to talk about stupid, crazy shit that comes up. Just I gotta know between the two of y'all, $500K or dinner with Jay-Z?
$500K.
500K. Any particular reason why?
Because for me, it makes more sense to have 500K than a conversation with Hov. All Hov probably gonna tell me is The Rock, and then throw it up in some shit. That's all he's gonna do. That's all he's gonna do, and that's it. Like that's it.
You see scenes with Jay, he's like, "Damn, that's crazy," and just leave. And you're like,
"Yeah,
that's crazy. You should have took the 500K." It just now your whole real shit, man. I don't want to take dinner with Hov to be told the whole time how stupid I am because I took dinner instead of 500K. He ain't gonna give me no knowledge. He's gonna tell me. He's gonna let me know how stupid I am.
I was gonna ask you that. What are we getting from the dinner?
People think they're gonna get some type of knowledge or something. Like Hov, he raps, yo. Yeah, he had amazing business moves, but he also is making those from being in a position of a very successful rapper. He didn't make he's not making these moves from like we're not equal here, and then I just did like it's not the same.
Jay-Z has a business manager. And has had one for years.
Jay-Z is phenomenal. There will never be a Jay-Z slander out my mouth ever. He's phenomenal. One of the greatest men to walk this planet as in the hip hop world. You know what I'm saying? So it's not about like don't eat with Hov. That's not what it's about. We're talking 500K that literally will change the average person's lifestyle. Even if you're doing well in life, it's going to change your life, the average person, versus what do you think Hov finna tell you how to double that? If Hov is a smart man, and a good guy, what he's going to tell you is your ass is dumb. You should have took $500K.
Yeah.
What if Hov literally goes, you should have been a rapper with multi-platinum singles and albums? Like, what if that's literally the advice that he
Good
has?
luck being,
Hey,
even
And then
good
once you
luck
get
being
that, get a business manager.
Even though good luck being that, there's a
Have
100
regular ass combo.
there's a
with
million rappers out here that ain't got $500K.
Yeah.
That you could like take the $500K. Don't ever sit down
Yeah.
with Hov. Now I think a better question is, what's the price that you would pass up for a dinner with Hov?
So that's a good question, Steve. Because
Jay.
I was
It would
prepared.
have to go under 100K.
$5,000 right now.
Under
give me
50.
500. Give me 5,000. No, 5,000 right now, or a dinner with Hov. Like
$5,000 is
Five,
not
I'll take the dinner with Hov.
I'm saying dinner because $5,000 is not going to change my life.
Yeah.
At all.
and these questions
Yeah.
make more sense.
It's got to be
Right.
change my life money.
Right.
500K is
500K
significantly.
would change my life.
Yeah.
Change it in the sense that I'm wiping out, student loan debt, cars, things of that nature. Paying,
Right.
couple years on my kids' tuition at school. That's life
It got to make more sense. You put too much money in front of me.
Yeah.
I won't sit down with my idol for 500K, or sit down with my idol, or even all at the same time. Like that would be great in a great memory. But what can I do with that?
There would have to be something else attached to the dinner.
Yeah,
So you sit down with dinner, and if he's impressed by you, then he's gonna put you on this. He's gonna finance your project. And
Now
even-
we're talking. Now it's something a little
Yeah.
different.
That's a little bit different.
I might still take the
I'm
500.
because I can finance my own project with
Our
$500,000.
project's already
And then
up
I
and
can
running.
make myself pop it, and then I can actually invite Jay-Z to dinner. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of things that 500K
Jay-Z
can
be
do.
at our brunch and shit.
That's what I'm saying. So it's kind of one of those things that it's like.
Well, per brunch would be hard, but I'm saying that like we didn't already talk about that months ago.
So do you think a lot of people are kind of like using that as a means to say, oh, you don't fuck with Jay-Z? And I'm like, I think that's kind of.
Well, I think
I
it's
personally
a,
didn't see
I
that
think it's
part at
a,
all.
I think it's a play on the super business woke people, the entrepreneurs. I don't think anybody dumb enough to say Jay. I haven't seen one person say Jay yet.
I personally haven't seen no one say I'll take Hov over the 5K.
Memes are designed to make stupid situations. Because remember, there was one before where it said, "Would you take a certain amount of money or a book with certain knowledge?" I forget what the meme was.
That is.
And it was a lot of split decisions on that. But the first time I seen this 500K shit pop up, the meme was literally Jay saying you should have took the 500, and me going, "What's this about?" And then I figured it out just through internet shit.
Big ups to big Buck Sosa, Tampa legend Buck Sosa, who's been in the studio before a couple times actually, I think. And he basically said, "Yo, Joe, I'll holler at you later. I'm taking that 500K." So you have actual recording artists that are saying, "Why would you do that?" Because like you said, Steve, you're not gonna get. There's no intrinsic value that's gonna come out of that dinner. No guarantee, because he could literally just be like, "Here's the bill." You know what I'm saying? Like it's like.
Okay, well, let's add one more caveat. We can get out of here. It's
Okay.
quick
Yeah,
answer.
Go ahead.
The 500K or meet 5 key people in Jay's businesses.
So he's talking like business manager, lawyer.
Whatever businesses, like he got the liquor, he got
Accountant.
the clubs, he got just key people that could potentially like maybe some media people in that circle. Maybe there's
You said an interesting word there. You said potential, and I gotta weigh that potential because there's a lot of potential.
Well, I'm
that
not naming
come
the
out of
people.
500K.
I'm not naming the people that off the head, but they're literal key people that can bless an idea to fruition.
Me personally, I'm taking the 500K still.
I'm
Still
with you.
500.
Yeah, I'm with you. 500K.
There's not many people. There's not anyone. I wouldn't even sit on my idols. It's gonna
Let's
be
do
hard.
this. You and I both take the 500K. That's a meal between the two of us. And Mike, you go have a dinner and we'll put it all
And then
together.
we'll
Oh, so all of us actually
we
still
freaking
get a meal.
Yeah.
You like what I did? He's so bad.
Wait, but you didn't catch the triple though. I know Claude didn't catch the
I know he
triple.
didn't.
He didn't catch the triple
I probably did it.
because Emil used to be a rapper with
Rapper,
Rock.
yeah, I get what you're saying now, yeah.
So it's all come full
Yeah.
circle. We still complete the rock.
Okay, let's get the fuck out of that.
Yeah, how we got it?
Let's put this camera on Steve so I can get his damn segment off. Yo.
Grill.
Homie Grill said he's taking the 500K.
5 key people.
If I keep people, I don't know about that.
All right,
So don't.
cash tips this week, right?
Yes, sir.
Opening season to the opening football season.
Yes, sir.
Opening with the best team in the league
Yes.
currently.
Yes.
My cash tip is the root for the Bucks all fucking season long for all 16 of them things. Unless they
I'm
extended
feeling
the
that.
season.
I'm feeling that.
Did they
Yeah.
extend the season?
This is the year 17.
Did they
I
extend it?
have no idea.
I don't know either.
I don't think they if they did.
OGs, if you're watching, let us know.
LG's what up?
Yeah. If they watching, let us know. If they did not extend the season, all 16 of them things. Root for the Bucks. That's a cash tip.
Yeah.
It's real quick. It's real simple. Unless anybody here would like to disagree.
No,
Hell
that's
Come on, man.
So wait, hold on. So cash tip is the root for the Bucks. Should we be betting on the Bucks?
No.
Why not?
Well, unless your bet is a Super Bowl bet, any odds on the Bucks. The Bucks are the favorites.
Oh, you mean like every single game? Just
No.
say,
So what you're
The
saying
Bucks are the favorites. You would make more money betting on a far-fetched team that might win.
So what you're saying is that we should be betting against the teams that. No,
I would
that's
never
nasty.
bet against the Bucks. I'm saying
You can't even bet against the Bucks because nobody's going to take that
if
bet.
you want the best odds, it's not the Bucks because
Yeah.
they're the favorites.
Yeah.
That's why I answered so quickly.
how y'all
Yeah.
feel about people that never in their life once been close to our city? Somehow we have Buccaneers, diehard Buccaneers
A lot of
fans, all the way in
Bostonians,
fucking
New Englanders.
Wyoming and shit. Like, how
Yeah.
the fuck?
I only feel a way in the sense that we know who really was here with the shit.
Right.
But bandwagons happen for every championship team. There's a
Yeah.
lot of Antetokounmpo
We did it
bars
twice.
in CLB and Donda. Or not a
Or
lot,
3
but
times.
there's a lot of those bars coming up.
Well, bars are different.
Both niggas just gonna
you
shout
gotta
out
get
the
your
winning
bars off.
thing.
Yeah, you gotta get your. If it makes sense, you gotta get your bars off.
Well, there are also a lot of new fans. I see a lot of the fucking. Tom Brady. I was a Patriot, and Tom Brady.
I'm
is,
sorry. If you're only quarterback jerseys, if you own jerseys, right? If you own jerseys or T-shirts with quarterbacks or players on the back, and your only quarterback jersey that you own is a goddamn Tom Brady
Brady's not
Buccaneers
allowed.
jersey,
He's not allowed.
that is ridiculous.
If that's the only, that
Come
can't
on.
be
It's the only.
If that's
Come
the
on.
only one, that's
I
allowed.
still haven't burned my Josh Freeman quarterback jersey yet. I still haven't burned it because
We
you know
can.
what?
Let's do it. We should do it while it's
I
on your
want to do a
body.
burning.
Let's do it while it's on your
I
body.
clean with it, so you're gonna burn
You
it while
should
it's on
not
me.
burn it.
We
I don't
should-
want to see our flag burn.
We
No.
should burn it while it's on your
I
body.
don't think it has his name on it. I think it just has his number. So
That's even
we're good.
worse.
That's why I kept it.
That you thought there was
No,
Wallen.
it has his name.
You
It
thought
does say
there,
Freeman
you
on
thought there was Wallen last
Yeah.
January 6th? You thought there was Wallen?
Mm.
it. Yeah, they're gonna set me on fire. I'm gonna set myself on fire and run down like I'm gonna be the Human Torch. Flame on. get a four. That maybe Fantastic Four. Mike, you can be the Thing.
I can't be
Steve, you
the
can
Flash.
Huh?
I can't be Johnny.
I'm the one catching on fire. Or you want to be the one on fire running down the street?
No, I'm cool.
Which Fantastic Four member would Mike be?
You already said it. The thing.
Oh, the Thing. Of course.
I didn't realize, my bad. That's my bad. We said the thing. I didn't think about that. I thought he couldn't get it together. I thought he was trying to pick the.
Oh
I
no, that's his
remember
name.
it,
The
like,
thing.
The, yeah, the rock.
The Rock.
The rock.
It's clobbering time.
Slam you right on your head.
He didn't say that in the movie. That always made me feel bad about it. He didn't say it's
Wait,
clobbering
the
time.
Fan Four Stick?
Huh?
Fan Four Stick?
What is Fan Four Stick?
It's Fantastic Four, but they put the 4 in the middle of the
I see what
logo.
you're saying, yeah.
That's worth that bad
Yeah.
movie with Michael B. and
No. All 3 of them. He didn't say it's clobbering time in any of them because I don't know if that's.
did he ever say it in the
Fan-
comics?
Hell yeah!
I saw it in a cartoon,
Get a cartoon.
but in a comic,
Hell no, I don't know. I
Probably
didn't
not.
read no damn Fantastic Four comics. I drew the line.
I had a few.
Yeah, you had a few.
I had a
I was an X-Man man, 100%. That's a different show, though, y'all. So we rooting for the Bucks, but we not betting on the Bucks.
If we
I'm
talk about
betting on what I'm
gambling in
rooting for.
Vegas,
Yeah,
you get better odds betting on a team that ain't the favorite.
yeah, that's true.
I'm not in Vegas.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I'm betting on the Bucks. I bet the house on the Bucks.
All 16 of them things.
Yeah, run it back,
Bucks Nation.
and then 4 more after to take it.
I just want to say that Steve Cash or Cash Tips or Shit Division Media or the Pro Podcast is not liable if you lose any money betting
Oh,
on
yeah.
any sports.
This
Just
is not
FYI,
financial
make sure that
advice.
You know, this is not a financial advisor.
advice.
He is just
Cash Tips is a moniker only and doesn't
Yes.
represent
right.
fiduciary value.
We're not FDIC insured or a member of the SEC.
What if we got sued for not saying that?
Please
If we
do.
did
Please
say
sue us for some stupid shit like that so that we can get notoriety from it. Be famous if you're gonna do it. Make it epic and then do a rant or something so that we can get some publicity from this. If you're gonna sue us. 100% Steve, I'm with you on that Cash Tip. I think I'm gonna definitely 100%. I don't think the Bucks are going to the Super Bowl again. It's just who's going to be there with us this time. Hopefully it'll be the Chiefs again. I kind of want to repeat.
That's tough.
But I'm a fan of Pat Mahomes, so I
That's
kind of want
tough to run it back. Both teams. I don't think it's ever
I
happened.
will guarantee that it's not going to be at Ray J.
Well,
So
it's happened
Hey,
a couple
either
times.
way it go, I don't give a shit. Whoever on the plate they fool, just send whoever coming through. We smoking that pack.
Hey, bro, that defense gonna be on this shit. I don't want to get into the sports
Yeah.
bag. I just want to say that.
what are you talking about? So yeah, Steve, 100%. I'm with you. Thank you for that Cash Tip. If you are listening to the sound of our voice or my voice, 100%. You're in Tampa. You're not running for the Bucks. I don't know who the hell you're rooting for. And please, you know what? Fair weather fans, we do welcome you, but stay with us too when we start losing as well. So make sure you stay with us when we start losing. And by all means, go on eBay and get yourself a non-Tom Brady
As
jersey.
soon as Brady retire, all the ass gone.
All of them gone.
Gone.
Yeah, this tough.
I mean, they'll live here still because Florida.
They're not going to sell their houses. They're going to go somewhere else.
The
Shit,
bandwagon shall have room.
If they got the bread, they moved here for sake. Anyway, but
All right. Thank you. So we have a little bit of rebranding coming up. We have changed in the mix a little bit. Some interruptions to your regularly scheduled program. In the mix is now being rebranded to It's being rebranded to Sink or Swim, y'all. And so basically, what we have to say, In the Mix is not gone. It's not gone away. It's still here. Don't worry about it. It's right there. I have it. I'll send it to you. It's not gone away. Basically, In the Mix, we'll reserve that.
Was it just you?
Huh?
No,
That's all three of us.
There was some slander happening
All
here.
three of us. There's no slander. There's no slander.
Mike, pull up the picture, Mike.
I can't. It's a graphic. It's a graphic.
I don't know. We might have to tag this man on air right now. I don't know.
Go ahead.
Are you trying to do me dirty?
Go ahead. No, I definitely
gotta
do
see
nobody
it.
dirty.
Go ahead, Clark.
Put it up there.
Yeah, run that back.
The
People
people
didn't
run it
see
back
it.
again.
People
People didn't see it
didn't see
again.
it.
All right,
People
let's have
didn't
Sink
see
or
it.
Swim, y'all. Drinks
You
up
holding in
front.
the
It's
back.
normal.
Okay,
It's
all right.
normal. I kept it normal this time. I wasn't gonna slander
You
nobody.
thought about it though. You thought about
I did not think about slandering y'all. So basically, what we did is we
it. You didn't even believe that when you said it. You
pop it off.
He's a liar.
Time was your ally at getting today. I said once again, time
Okay.
was your ally. I didn't have time to slander anybody through the graphics.
Time was my ally.
Time was everybody's ally.
That's unique for me.
So basically, In the Mix will still be around, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to reserve that for when we do have current events that we want to talk about. When the show is going to be current event centric, we got a topic that's popping right now that we're kind of going to get into the mix with it. No pun intended. Sink or Swim is going to be us actually bringing up a topic and actually bringing on guests and actually choosing to sink or swim. Basically, Sink or Swim is to who can last the longest and what can you say and what can you do to convince the pour up that we are either right or wrong. I don't know if you can. I can't convince Mike anything. So I know, guests, we welcome you to come on, but the topics for us to just have civil discussions. We don't hate anybody. I gotta say this: nobody hates anybody. Nobody wants to disrespect anybody, but everybody has their opinion, and we're gonna keep it hard line. So we're gonna just, we are gonna ask the hard questions. Our opinions hopefully will be differing, and it's gonna have some information go out there so everybody can kind of enjoy the combo.
I like it.
Yeah,
You listen.
to
I
you.
mentioned it in a quick
Yeah.
off-key meeting we were having, and I like what you did there.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna say we had a meeting off key because Steve wasn't invited. So
No, it was like a after Don hung up kind of thing. It wasn't a meeting, but
I said it. Wasn't invited.
Yeah.
fucking Steve.
Feelings
Feelings hurt.
Let's divulge the pour up secrets on how
how the sausage is made.
you. Now, but go ahead. Now get into it. I don't want to derail. I don't want to.
So no. It's all good in the hood, y'all. 100%. So this week, I can't say yo. I can't say it's all good in the hood. You know what? I did watch Boys in the Hood today, though.
Step into a new decade.
I did watch Boys in the Hood today.
I watched House Party today.
House Party today.
We both in 90s,
Yeah, I think it's Boys in the Hood was 80s. I think.
but only one of us sound like it.
You do kind of look like Robin plays dad. A kid's
Oh,
dad,
yeah,
kid's
yeah,
dad,
yeah,
kid's
yeah.
dad. Yeah.
You know what's crazy?
Yeah.
He came on screen, and I was like, "This will be a good one."
Yeah.
This he got a buggy ass eyes though.
Yeah, big love to him. I forget Robin's last name. I think it's Robin Harris. Robin Harris. It is Robin
Yeah,
Harris.
somewhere
RIP to him.
It is Robin. RIP. He was an amazing comedian, taken too early. But
he was
Drugs
roasting
and
the fuck out of
alcohol,
ass in that party when he came into the party.
walking one by one.
Just roasting.
Absolutely. So speaking of fathers, it's a good segue. The title of today's show is "Raising Men." Raising men. Can a single mother do it without the influence of a father figure? Kind of a hot button topic. I again, big ups to the Tampa discussion and events group on Facebook. If you're not in it and you're from Tampa, you're missing out on all kinds of discussions and events. And we'll talk about some events that we're going to be involved with here soon. But I posed the question about how single ladies are basically raising their sons, and all of us has sons. All of us have sons. You're about to have a man. Damn.
I got a whole man on my hands.
Your hands over here, man. Watch out there. And I'm like, you getting there, and I'm 3 years off myself.
Mike has right behind Steve.
Yeah, I know. But you're about to have another one. You're not done.
I
You
don't know what
definitely
you're
have another one. Anyhow,
My dick don't work.
so it's not about us. It's not about us. It's basically I wanted to focus more on the single moms and single moms raising young men, raising men. And I have to be clear about what I'm saying here. Single moms raising men, because a single mom, in my opinion, can raise a boy, but a single mom, it's difficult to raise a man without the influence of either another man, a father figure, somebody out there, because a woman can't teach a man. A woman can't teach a boy to be a man.
I fully agree.
Prove me
I
wrong.
thought it's
Go ahead.
one time.
And I know I sound, and I'll put a camera on me because I'll get off first, and y'all can go say y'all piece. I know I was raised.
Don't your wife got a problem with that?
She probably we had a discussion about it.
Him always getting off first.
I can't show my face when you said that because I don't know how to say it.
Let's see if she answer in the chat.
Hopefully not. here's the deal. I was raised by a single mother. So just so we'll all give our preferences. That way we can talk about this a little bit easier. Our background, excuse me. I was raised by a single mother. Didn't have my father in my life. My mother remarried when I think I was 12 or 11 years old. Not a good situation. Wasn't a good guy. Horrible male influence. But there are a lot of things that I did not learn from my mother that she could not teach me because she was incapable of it, because she was a strong woman. My mom, people always say that, how the people that go, oh, Father's Day, you're supposed to buy your mom a gift if your mom's a single mom. I don't subscribe to that because my mom was never a father to me. My mom was just double the mother. So, my background, there it is. That's my background on it. Steve, Mike.
That's the original DM, the double mom.
Double mom.
Yeah. Do I think a woman could raise a man? Yeah, I think so. The reason I say that because over time has shown that of course with some male influence. We're not talking about literally zero.
Yeah, not in a vacuum.
Don't know no men ever, like not in a vacuum. Like the kid still goes to school, the kid still has coaches and whatever else, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Then I will say I think a woman can raise a man. The reason I say so, we have too many examples that of very successful men, from a LeBron James to this goes on. Do we got to start
any idols or mentors?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. In our community, there's a lot.
Right.
In our community, there's a lot.
Which is dope.
So
super dope.
So for the sake of the discussion and for me to pick a side, yes, I do think a single mother can raise a boy into a man.
Okay, Mike.
I see that already. We're gonna play the semantics game. I do understand why Steve qualified that there are male influences, and I understand why Claude answered the way he did if he's referring to his own life as reference. I don't know how I want to break this up. I'll say this. I think, if it's not a vacuum, a woman can raise a man, but she's gonna need key help. If there's uncles, if there's whatever mentors, I had fucking 8 or 9 mentors in various places in my life, and my dad was always around 150% of the time. So you were not raised by a single mom? I was not. No, never had. No, I mean my mom was. So there's different levels of single mom too. If we're talking single, like solo, Debbie dad dipped type shit, no, my mom didn't have that at all. My mother was single after they divorced when she was 13. But even then, she had boyfriends and like.
Can we call a single mom if you had a step parent, or even a boyfriend, or a father figure? Or we're going to eliminate her from being called a single mom?
Yeah. So I'm not gonna allow that.
Because, Mike says yes. You say
because if I gave my mom in her situation with my stepdad is passed on now, hopefully he got good with God and he's not in hell. But he wasn't a good guy. No, seriously, he wasn't a good guy.
Because you wanted to get
he had substance abuse. He was a drug addict. He was a crack addict, and basically, he raised me. How long were they married? He taught me almost 10 years. He taught me some things that to this day are very valuable to me. But he didn't teach me how to be a man. He taught me literally. You know what I got out of it was the opposite of what not to be.
Yeah, don't be this.
So I guess that was a lesson. But as far as her bringing me up and raising me, she was basically by herself. So I don't qualify it unless it's like some Mike shit. Unless it's some your shit where you're literally, even though your parents were together, your mom did have boyfriends in and out, but you still had your dad was still very active in your life. Yeah. So
that's what there's gonna be qualifiers for every situation, because me and my son's mother aren't together, yet she made cars of a single parent, but she ain't a solo parent. Yeah. There's a difference between single parent and solo parent. So it depends on what we want to say here. Even your mom, though she was married, you said he seemed to basically be not a reputable. Like he wasn't somebody that was around and helpful.
His dad credit was declined. It wasn't good.
Essentially,
it was like a 350.
Your mom still might get. I just saw that you mounted that picture, but your mom will get single mom status because she still had to do it by herself. And there are moms who remarry, and my mom had boyfriends and stuff. So what can you say? Yes or no? She divorced at 13. We were already mostly there anyway.
Yeah.
So it just depends on. If we don't want to play the semantics game in a case-by-case situation, I think in the overall, a single mother is solo. Overall. A single mother is solo.
But that's what, yeah. Well,
in a sense, solo, like nobody live with her.
I would just say that I would say not married. There's some finality coming to marriage. Not living in the household. Marriage, not living in the household. Let's just be cool. Let's just be real. The dude is not a Thomas Lake. Your dad was a good guy. You know what I'm saying? He taught you, around, always had a job, always provided for y'all. boats and shit, all kinds of crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's just keep it right there. Let's just keep
My
it.
mom wouldn't
there.
qualify.
Let's just keep the minimum of it. Trey's dad from Boys in the Hood. You know, he didn't live with him, but he was a good man. You know what I'm saying? Still a good man in his life, teaching him lessons, that type of that stuff. Okay. we good with that perimeter? Go ahead, whatever. Go ahead.
I thought Steve was gonna say something.
No,
I don't know. I'm fine with whatever. I'm fine with whatever we decide.
We can
on.
ask our guest what she defines as a single
wanna bring
mom
it
too. Just that way we should.
Yeah, maybe we should even ask a single mom what she defines as a single mom. Oh shit!
Hi.
Wow, you got actual headphones.
He just pushed that button and jump right up.
Don't make fun of my headphones.
No, I'm not making fun of your headphones. You don't understand. Guests come on and like, I don't have headphones. I'm like, you don't have like the headphones that come with your cell phone? Like,
You told me the headphones, so I got the headphones.
I know people don't normally listen. Welcome to the Poor Podcast. Introduce yourself, please.
I'm Mermaid Charlene. Thank you for having me.
You're a mermaid?
I'm a mermaid. I'm a mermaid, and also I think I am the single mom status that you guys were just talking about. I do have child support coming in, and I think I have the best scenario because I can raise my son by myself the way I want to. And I actually want to ask you guys, what are those men qualities that a single mom can't teach their sons?
Oh, see, she's getting ahead of us.
No, I think that's a great
question. That's a great question.
Especially, I would like to honestly hear that because I think in a sense her and I might agree then because I said I think a single mom can raise a boy into a man. So
I think a single mom, and I'll preface this: a single mom can raise a boy 100%, but there is a certain line where she can't. And I would have loved to been able to have just like Trey's mom. Have you ever seen Boys in the Hood, Charlene?
No, I haven't.
I'm gonna send you a link. Maybe watch it.
Okay,
basically, what happened? Trey, what was Trey like? 7, 8 years old? 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe 11. He was almost a teenager, right?
Just explain it for us.
He was getting in trouble at school, and basically his mom sent him to live with his dad. And she got the opportunity to go to school, do her job, whatever. And basically, there were certain lessons that he learned as being a boy coming up into his formidable years living with his dad. I don't know why y'all are laughing over there. Anyhow, so I will say the first thing off the top of my head that I can honestly say that a mom cannot teach a man as far as manhood. She cannot teach her son about sex. You cannot, as a mom, have that legitimate sex. I don't want to say instruction. Mike, you help me.
Like judgmental about like. Can they not learn that in school or friends? And I think I could. Me and my son have an incredible bond that I think I can teach him. Maybe not like so much, but about protection. Yeah.
So, so Mike, did your dad teach you about sex?
Of course.
Yeah. How did that go? Just so you can give it, because I don't. Yeah, go ahead.
The flyer was actually happening now. As depicted in all forms of media, you get the. So I ever tell you about? Let's sit down and have a conversation, birds and the bees type shit. Taught me how to use a condom using a different object, not his penis, before y'all get on your dumb shit. Yeah. We just had conversations, just like me and my son.
Your dad don't have a penis?
No, he does. But why would he show me on his penis?
Oh, I don't know. You brought it up.
Grab a broomstick.
That's a really weird statement that you just made, Mike. And I hope Thomas is not watching.
I literally said why I made it, so y'all don't get any of y'all dumb shit. I said why I made it.
No, you can't do that.
I already did.
No. I like it. I like what he said because he didn't have to pull it out and show you. I don't need to show him an actual thing to, demonstrate that. I can just talk to him. I can even buy a book. I can even show him a YouTube video.
Because Claude chose sex and we're here, I'll say this. You could show any anatomical anything and it can be taught. There's a lot of nuances in the game that you probably may or may not even know. I'm not going to split hairs here. It can be done in an adequate way. He can learn through experience like everybody else. But if we're talking about just even nuanced things like things that you should not necessarily shouldn't be doing, there's no way to explain this without teaching the class, and everybody here is an adult. So I would just say that there's nuances with sex when you're about to have it, what to do, how you lead in, preparation and shit that you may not be familiar with, because why would you? That conversations I'm not having with my mother.
Too.
Mm-hmm.
I partake in that
simmer
too.
Simmer down, Charlie. Simmer down.
Yeah, but you only know it from your end. That's what I was getting at.
I think the point. How old is he now? It's been like years since
13.
he's probably like 20 years old now. He's 13. Whoa, he's 13.
He's about to surpass me in my height.
Yeah. Okay. So that's kind of the age, right? That's kind of the age where like shit starts getting really popping when it comes to, you know what you like. I would say he's even kind of a couple years past that time, to be honest with you. There are certain things that I could not bring to my mom. There are certain things that I had to learn about sex and just experiences that I had to learn on my own, that I had to learn from friends, that I think that I know that had I had a, I'll just put them out there. If I had a Claude D. Pearson Sr. there, like 100%, it would have been things that I wouldn't have had to learn through. I don't want to say bad experiences, just experiences. You know what I'm saying? Like that conversation, that comfortable thing. Like I personally felt like I was stunted when it came to sex because I didn't have that comfortable person to go to. You know what I'm saying? My wife would agree. 25 years later, she would agree.
Just that you were stunted and
I just
not good at it.
I don't care. Like I say this all the time. I lost my virginity at 19 and a half years old.
Nothing wrong with that.
Huh? Nah,
Nothing at all. Is that young in there?
Yeah.
What's up, bro?
Oh, what up, homie?
They can't.
What's up? What's up?
Nothing.
Oh, whoa,
nothing.
Jesus. That's a
mom.
man. Oh my God. That's not a boy. That's a man up in there.
Talk to your mom about sex right now.
Yeah.
Fella.
Yeah.
He can't
He
hear,
can't hear you,
but
can he?
I think after we're done, I'm gonna have the conversation.
Oh boy.
Man.
Wish me
Run,
luck.
little homie. Run, little homie. You don't want the uncomfortable mom.
How you feel
sex
about
talk.
all the snot tissues in his trash, even though he never got a stuffy nose? How you feel about that?
He's a clean boy, so he disposes of anything in his room. So
Definitely.
Cool. I was just wondering how you felt.
Say, yeah, definitely.
So if I'm asking, he can't hear us. Can he hear us?
No, he can't hear.
No. Okay, because I don't want to embarrass. I do not want to embarrass him. Because I remember when it was like to be 13.
This is doing well enough by itself.
So I'm assuming you haven't had that talk yet.
No.
Can I?
Just
Mike, how-
the way I have maybe stepped around it is just consent. When a girl shows that they like you, how to go about it, and how to know if she likes you.
Okay.
That is the mom version of that conversation.
That is the mom version of that conversation.
My dad was like, "Well, son, before any of this, you got to get consent." Not that I didn't know that, but
yeah,
a woman
What
would
it
imagine
looks
that that's
like.
important.
Mm-hmm.
What the whole consent looks like is what
that's what I pictured.
So I think
how it begins, how I don't know, to get into it, but no, we haven't really talked about it. But going back to when you said it, when you first did have, those experiences, doesn't every guy and every girl have those awkward experiences in the beginning?
Of course.
I
feel like it's just experience.
No.
No. So that I think I understand your intentions, and I'm 100% with you. As a child of a single mom that literally never talked to me about sex, I learned about sex. I will be 100%. I learned about sex from friends, porn, girlfriends, literally. And I honestly feel it was a huge thing, but not only just sex, but just how to be in a relationship in general. I was kind of winging it because as a young man, you learn about how to be in a relationship by watching. You learn most things as a young person by watching. And if you don't have that influence, that solid influence in your life, it's kind of like, I felt like I started piecing shit together. Away
from just the sex part, because the question is about, can a woman raise a boy into a man? Okay. And what can a woman not do that's going to get her boy to manhood? What can she not do
without male influence?
Right. Without a one. And I thought we agreed you do have male influences, whether it's sports or an uncle or a. Yeah. I thought we wasn't going to do a vacuum.
Well, the question you asked wouldn't basically mean that she could delegate anything to anyone else and get it there. Then yeah, you're right.
So let me ask this question, because I hate to go back to a movie. Then why did Trey's mom send him to live with his daddy?
Because she was just, according to the movie anyway, at least that little spot they showed, it was literally just her. That's it.
But it's also just him. There was only one kid. And he was
it's
13.
just a female. She was like, when I mentioned a coach or something, he didn't seem to play sports. He didn't seem to have any uncles around.
Okay.
That's why I said, to answer your question,
mine.
to answer your earlier question at the beginning, when y'all asked me, I said I don't like the idea of not certain questions got to be just what could she do by herself, like your question is. If you're saying that there's a bunch of men around her, so she got 5 brothers, well then yeah, she can do whatever, anything.
Can we say that if we're going to reference the movie Boys in the Hood?
I'm not going to reference it.
No, but because that's what so far we have been using that mother as a standard. That mother wasn't like my mom. She seemed kind of a little bit soft, to be honest. I ain't hear not one thing that made me would have tightened up because he was wilding. I mean, from my aspect from the movie, can we all agree to that at least? Yeah. She didn't really seem like she didn't have that like.
My mom wasn't with them shits neither.
Yeah, right. So that would have kind of
cracked my fucking head.
So it seemed a little bit more softer before, but I know it was a movie and they wrote a movie and the movie was to get him there.
Yeah,
so
the point was to get him to
right.
So again, with a little harder mother, she might not have needed to send him away because he didn't seem like he's absent. They just didn't live. They weren't together.
But didn't we have a conversation about male and female roles in relationships not too long ago, a few episodes ago, when we basically said the mother or the woman? And Charlene, we're not hanging out you to dry. Stay with us. We're gonna bring you back into the conversation in 1 second. But we literally had a conversation where we said the mother is nurturing and the father is harder.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this is something we agreed that by nature that's literally how it goes. Correct?
But I agree.
So then, how? So you think that a woman or a mother is capable of emulating a father?
Yes, when you're forced into a more masculine role, when you're forced into it, like you will adapt to what you have to be in. In her case, which in the movie it didn't portray her that, but I witnessed a lot of women have to take on a more masculine role, and therefore they had to be the mom naturally, and the father the more masculine. Like, I told you, do XYZ, I gotta, whether it's a whipping or be more enforceful, whatever the case is. I personally have seen that and still see that today.
Aren't you afraid though that having that female influence that is solely the masculine energy and the feminine energy sets up this false expectation when you do start meeting women? Because typically the first woman that you are not in a relationship with, obviously, but the first solid emotional relationship you have with a woman as a person, if you have a mother, is with your mother.
People say that, and I've always heard that, and I don't agree with that.
Why not?
Because that wasn't the case for myself.
Yeah, but you're my homie and I love you, but you're not everybody.
Of course, that's why I said myself.
Well, let's talk about everybody else though. Let's have a broader conversation.
I don't know about the. I've heard that. I agree with you. Everything you said. Yes, I've heard that before. I heard men date their mothers. I heard women say, "I can't date him because he's a mama's boy. You need a mother to help you." I've heard all of that. And for myself, I still have yet to feel like I have dated my mom. To me personally, I feel that way. And I've dated multiple women, and Mike know me the longest, at least here anyway. And you know my mom too. I don't think any woman I dated, which probably was all different. And if they're all different, how can
I like your mom?
So for me, I can only speak for myself. I have not dated my mother yet.
I don't think that applies to that though.
Okay.
Dating your mother, I mean, I've dated women similar to, and not. I don't want to let that be the sticking point. The sticking point would be what your initial statement was. Your first interaction with a woman that that love to a female is with your mother. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Your first emotional relationship with a woman, if you have a mother, is with
real
your mother.
Relationship with anybody is your mother.
With your mother. Let's be real. Unless you don't have a mom, that's the 100% is with your mother.
Even in the
womb. I when you said that, would I mean, unless I was wrong, maybe I shouldn't have. Let me say what I said first.
You are right.
I took my first real relationship away from not with my mom, because clearly it's my mom. So I'm talking about when I get in a relationship with a woman or a young lady, because I was a young man. That's not my mom. Did I feel like she was anything like my mom? No. Like my first girlfriend, no, it was nothing like that. And I've yet to still meet, and I'm not searching for my mom. I don't
think people do it consciously. I think it's
even so. I mean, again, I can only speak for what I have found to thus far, 36 years on this earth. I don't feel I'm dated my mom type of woman yet. And am I looking for my mother type of woman? No, I don't want my mother type of woman.
It's so funny.
I love her to death. Obviously, it's my mom, but I haven't, and I'm not looking for my mother type of woman.
Let's
go ahead, Charlene.
Mermaid Charlene.
Do you have a comment to anything? Go ahead.
Yes, I think that it's all how you raise a child. It doesn't matter if it's a single father or a single mother. If you bring up that child since newborn with love, You know, I think they're going to have a great relationship, you know, with whoever they date. And especially having the, you know, benefit of having a single mother, I think my son's going to be more sensitive to a woman's feelings, more caring. Yeah.
I disagree with you there. I personally don't feel there's even though I understand what you said, but I personally don't feel there's a benefit. You don't want to be.
This isn't an ideal situation.
Yeah, it's not a benefit. Because
for your child.
Ooh.
No.
Oh,
So
you pity me? You don't have the. I'm in like the perfect
No, who pity?
situation.
No, I don't
But
think
you
it's
say
a
it's
pity.
not a
We're
benefit.
just
I
saying.
think it's a benefit for me.
No,
Did
For
you
me,
draw it
there
up
is
this
some
way?
benefits. What was that?
Did you draw it up this way?
What do you mean?
Did you plan for it to be like
Yeah.
this?
It's the biggest blessing of my life. Everything happens for a reason, and I'm the happiest I am today. Sorry, my cat's so annoying.
How many
Cat's fine.
how many cats you done moved?
That's the same cat.
Just one. He's obsessed with me.
Tell your cat if he's going to be on the show, he needs headphones and a Wi-Fi connection. So let me ask you a question though. So because nobody's going to ask you. Wait, did
The
you?
cat interrupted, but I didn't want to move
Go
off
ahead.
this point. I understand the everything's cute and Rose's thought process of I have to make the best of whatever situation.
It
I
is
don't
the best,
think-
yeah.
I hear you saying that, but I don't think anybody goes into any situation thinking I want to start something off in a duo and then end it as a solo. Like I think, generally speaking, mothers who have to bear the brunt of a lack of a father don't think of that as an ideal situation. That's not what they want to be doing. Not saying that they can't do it, but that's not what you marry to.
There is
split the
benefits.
difference.
There is benefits of having two parents and one parent, I believe. Two parents, you get to witness that child, you know, growing up and having those moments together. You get to bounce off ideas, you know, things that you have questions about. I like my situation because you guys see how the person I am, and I get to raise my son how I want to, with love.
So I understand. I get
Not
what you're
make it
saying.
puppy.
Do you think it wouldn't be with love if you had another partner?
Yeah, that was my other
It
question.
wouldn't be with love if you had a.
Yeah,
By the way,
it's
you're
with love
speaking
with a
to
partner, and so it's with love by myself.
me. All right, maybe this will just so you do know. So because I'm not saying you do feel attacked. Because first off, that's not where this is at all. But I'm a single father. I don't know what you deem what you're gonna.
I don't have a title for it. Me and my son's mother aren't together. We co-parent together.
Right. I'm a single father myself. Claude is married. So I understand. And unfortunately, I say unfortunately, I have a lot of friends, a whole lot of friends, like super tight. And a lot of them are just single mothers. So I'm just know I'm not talking out my ass. I know how I was also raised. I was also being raised by a single mother before she met her husband. And it ended up working out for me. So I do have my own personal experiences being living with my mother, being a single mother of 3 boys. And I had my own. Don't wave at her. I'm playing.
Do you put that cat on a leash? Do cats have leashes?
And like people want to see like see me like doing bad or see single moms doing bad. Like if that's how you feel about it, then
No.
I don't know.
The thing is, I don't think people want to see that. For one, I'm literally on your side. I before I even knew your stance, you and I actually are more alike than we are different right now. You and I are more so on the same team, whether you realize it or not. But also, I'm not going to sit here and act like there's a benefit to being. Is more of a benefit being single than a duo.
She didn't say though what the benefits were. What Charlene are the benefits of being a solo parent?
Well, she did.
One
Oh,
of
did she?
them is that there's plenty. I'll start with me and my
That's
son
it.
going on vacations, just paying for one person, me and him going wherever we want, and doing whatever we want.
Why is that paying for one person?
What was that?
How is that paying for one person?
2 people.
in a
I'm sorry,
duo-
2 people. Me and him paying
I
2
get it.
people. We get to do, the things that we want to do, and not having a third party like saying, okay, what else do you want to do? It's just me and him. It's so nice.
You sound like you want a boyfriend. That's boyfriend shit you just said. You went on a vacation with your son when you should have went on vacation with your man. To be
Do you
honest.
are you saying you want to be my man?
Nah, I'm
That's
not.
what I got from it.
That's not that. This is not a
I don't
dating
know
show,
where you're trying
Charlene.
to
We're
go
not
with
trying to
it.
get to. No, I think what Steve is
I
saying.
don't want to violate.
Hold on, no, let's not. No. Let's be. I didn't want to go. We're not. That wasn't on my list to go here. But honestly, though, let's be real. Do you, if you could have a father? So say you could be 3. Would you be 3 if you could be 3?
When I find
Plus
that
whiskers,
special
4 plus
someone,
whiskers.
4 because you got the cat. 4. Sorry.
Right. I have to take account of my animals, and, I'm looking for something very special. Dating a single mother, and maybe you guys have those experiences dating a single mom, their time is very valuable. So finding someone, who values that time and values my son, and it's hard. But I'm not in a rush. I'm happy where I am, and I'm loving life, and
If
You're
I'm
almost done.
excited. What was
Claude,
that?
that wasn't.
But you're almost done, right? Like you're like
She didn't even answer the question you asked.
Go ahead.
And unless I misinterpreted the question, if you could be 3 of you, if you could be in 3 places at once, dating and finding a guy to match all the stuff you just said, raising your kid at the house and keeping and the other third person keeping whiskers off of shit. If you could do that, would you do that?
Yeah.
So do you think it would be more beneficial? I think that's implied, yeah.
Yeah, if I have another baby, then it would be really magical to experience pregnancy with someone, to have a baby. But then again, you have, I had someone tell me, oh, I would get my son circumcised to look like his father. Like what? Like, there's
Can you have that person on the show?
Balance.
That's how. So I think where we're trying to get at, Charlene, this is again, like Steve said, not attacking. This is sink or swim. It's not an attack. We're either going to sink or we're going to swim in this conversation. It's just a matter of trying to, it's just trying to understand the thought pattern, because and this is not us trying to convince you that you're wrong. This is us trying to understand where you're coming from.
Right, that's what I feel, and I'm just like, no, I'm happy.
I'll convince her that she's wrong. Just simply on that one statement alone.
I'll shoot it back to you in 1 second.
No one's gonna do something about it. Hey, let's move a couch, but I'm gonna stand and watch, and you do it by yourself, and you be like, well, this is beneficial because I gained strength. I'm like, no, you want help on this
That's how
couch.
I see life.
No,
That's how I see
there's
life.
no-
Well,
I
but
can do it myself. Claude knows me. I'm very
But would you not say though that if you didn't have to, so say you didn't have to gain, so you're taking the lemons and making lemonade, right? And I appreciate that, and big ups to you for that. But understand, what if you didn't have to make lemonade? What if you were just good eating the damn lemons, or damn apples, or oranges, or grapes? You know what I'm saying?
I like all those.
So we get that you're trying to turn lemons into lemonade, but I think where we're a little confused is the idea that
somehow it's better to have less.
Somehow it's better, because I'll go ahead and I'll throw
it's not
my
better.
hat.
There's benefits.
Okay. So
benefits in both ways. It's not, it's a different family form. Like, it's a single family. It's a 2-parent family. There's different, and it's not good or bad. There is benefits. There is, some, if I had a partner, then I could maybe have him watch the kid while I go out with my girls. Maybe, that's one of the benefits. But going back to like raising a man, that's your initial question about. So I want to know, what can a woman not do? And you got me on the sex, because even though I think that's experience, that I hear from all my guy friends and girlfriends, like, it's always awkward that first time. So I don't think your parent can just embed in you, like, oh, this is how it's going to go. You're going to be a pro. Good luck.
The reason the reason I agree with you right there, it is all about experience. Because my first time I was blazing shorty in the car in my front yard, right? When I was blazing her ass in the front yard in my house, you know what I'm saying? That's where I lost mine. Yeah, it was about experience. Because at first my stroke game wasn't quite right, but also we was in the front seat of the passenger, and I couldn't quite get it how I wanted.
What kind of car was it?
I didn't even know enough not to do that.
But I didn't quite have the experience. And how can your mother or dad or anybody get you ready for that situation?
No.
Wait, real quick, Club Street. Nobody knew and can judge that. Hey, Steve, you finna be blazing old girl in the car.
Truthfully, you didn't even know.
I didn't even know I would be blazing a John. You know what I'm saying?
You have experience.
And you've been blitzed before in a whip, right? In a whip mean vehicle. You've been blitzed in the car. You've been blitzed. I see it on your face. You've been blitzed.
That's where she
With
gets off down. 'cause
seaweed,
we're home in the
mermaid
house.
seaweed, yeah.
She said, Shawnee, she said earlier she partakes in the sexual arts. She already said it to get it out in the air there. But I just
No, I'm
so
Virgin Mary.
so
Those headphones work.
yeah, he was an immaculate conception. He's Jesus. No, so I'll be real with y'all though, because I get where you're coming from, Steve. Nobody really knows. You learn about sex from experience, but I'll be 100% with you. There's certain questions that as
Can you give us one?
Huh?
Could you give us one? Because you referenced it earlier.
Like
and I
you
was
can talk, you can go talk to Thomas about sex.
I know what sex. I know how to do sex.
You can talk, yeah, but you not when you were 14.
I'm not trying to ask
13.
you to put on the spot. You referenced it earlier, and I was going to ask. You referenced wishing you knew certain things before you entered the situation. Could you share that, or is it too personal?
Hell no. I can share everything. 100%.
I'm asking you,
I
what
was
is it?
afraid to have sex because I would thought 100% that the first time I had sex, I was going to get a girl pregnant. I didn't understand anything about their anatomy. That was something that was very.
You and your
learned.
mom didn't talk about it at all.
Hell no. My mom didn't talk about that. And let's be real. Culturally, that's something that happens. They don't talk. I don't. Did you talk to your mom about sex?
Not to
I
my mom.
You
never
talked to your mom about sex.
said
Thank you. So this is what I'm saying. So and maybe it's not because Charlene's is very different and it's a different
I talked to
generation.
somebody's mom
And we'll
about
get
sex.
Mike's mom.
Why would you?
Why would you
Oh.
assume that?
Why would you
And we'll
think
get
that?
back to Charlene. But what I'm just saying is that
That is what he was talking about.
my experience, I culturally, black moms don't talk to their black sons about sex. Maybe they'll put on a condom conversation. Maybe they'll get that. All right. Maybe I don't. Yes, I got that. I got the don't bring a baby home. If you bring a baby home, you got to take care of it. I'm not taking care of another child. That's the conversation that I got.
I'm gonna cut
Bring
it
a
real
baby
quick.
home or bring her to the chop shop, the abortion clinic.
Oh my God, Charlene. The
It's
conversation.
the woman's right to choose, not mine.
the conversation that these two just broached. This conversation, when you do have it, apparently after the Poor podcast, or how in depth in the sex talk are you going to get, or can you say, "I know he's around," but
Tell him to go play Xbox.
Yeah,
You
no,
can type it
already,
too, I
already
can see.
got rid of him.
Tell him I'll let him download the game right now. I'll send him a Halo game.
I mean, he's a little nerdy, so I don't think I have to worry
Nope,
for a while.
that's not true.
no,
Are
she's
you
right.
gonna-
Right.
Charlene,
You're right.
Charlene, are you going to teach him how to avoid, like when she started doing that grippy thing on him? Are you going to
This is the shit I'm
teach
talking
him?
about.
Are you going to teach him how to avoid the
grippy
grippy
thing
thing
trap.
to where he doesn't go early? Are you aware of the grippy thing?
No, I don't know what that is.
Ah,
Yes,
that's crazy.
go-
Never mind then. We'll move on.
Charlene, do you know about? You may know this. This is very popular.
Go ahead. I don't.
phraseology.
Yes.
Not showing up on like always show up on nut number 2. Are you familiar with that moniker or that phrase?
Tell me, explain to me, so I'm not
See,
going out in the world not knowing.
We'll tell you.
Hold on. Pause 1 second
But these
because
are the
I'm going to go there. So that's what I'm saying. Those are the things. I'm not necessarily talking
Can we
about.
help? Can we
safe
help raise him?
sex.
Can the poor up help raise him? Can we?
would
Can
love
we
to
step
sponsor
in?
your child?
I would
See,
like to step
everything
in.
happens for a reason. Me meeting you guys,
Yeah.
I do have a great support system, and
You got a double one
my-
now with
my
us. You
mermaid
got one with
company.
us.
And now the poor is in that system.
We're his drunk uncles. We are his drunk uncles.
I love it. I love it.
No. So
Wait,
like,
what is his name? We keep calling him his.
Wait. Unless you
I don't.
want to
I don't.
divulge.
She might not
Oh, yeah, yeah,
want
if
to
you
put him
don't
out
want
there. Let's not necessarily put him out there.
Julian.
There
Julian.
he is. He's out there, Julian.
He's gonna come now because he thinks
Yeah.
she called him. But
Yeah.
what were you gonna say?
Wait, what? No, I was just that's what I was getting to. Like the conversations that I had about my mom, we didn't have to talk about sex. And I think culturally, black moms don't talk to their kids, and I think that's that's not necessarily across the board. My wife talks to her mom about sex all the time, but they're female to female. So it's kind of one of those things, Charlene. I think I'm talking more about like comfort. Like you can go and talk to him about sex, and you can say, hey, you can come to me and talk to me about sex, but I guarantee you, he ain't gonna come to you and talk to you about sex because it's not comfortable talking about sex with your mother.
But
Like sex is the big
is that
one,
something
and
going
we'll
to
go
be
down.
comfortable with a father too? It's just
No,
an
I
awkward.
don't-
It is
I-
still uncomfortable. She does have
It's
a
an
point.
awkward situation. It's a weird conversation to have.
It's
I
a-
think with both a father or a mother.
I will say,
It's a Mike. Hold on one second. It's a conversation that's hard to open, but once the doors are open, a son is going to be more comfortable coming to his father than he is his mother about sex. And I know that's just
Is
one
there
thing. And we
scientific
can talk,
studies on that? Because I think I disagree.
I'll tell you right now, Charlene, I had no dad that I can come to and talk to about sex in my life, and I literally did not talk about sex. I didn't have sex until I was 19 years old, and I feel sorry for the girl that I had sex with because I know I probably did it wrong. I don't care. Don't look at me. I don't care. I ate it myself.
You got it right now.
I can speak for the first time for me. That was all wrong too. And I don't know his upbringing, but sex the first time is awkward for everyone. I think it's an awkward situation for a mother and a father talking about it with a daughter or a son.
Where did you get sprayed and laid?
Oh my god.
What?
Where did you get sprayed and laid? Was the question.
Who said that?
Where did you?
The port goes.
This is the Pour Up Podcast. I didn't want. Are you drinking something right now?
No, I'm not. No.
Shame on you.
We should
You're
all
wrong about
go
that.
out though, and we can have this
Oh.
conversation off camera.
Okay. Or you could drink now.
Are you guys gonna send me something?
It's on the way.
Yes, right now. It might come after the show or next week or never.
Is the macaroni still
On the
warm?
next one.
But no, like honestly, Mike, you were about to. We're getting on a tangent right now. Mike, you were saying something though that I know that you were about to go into. I kind of have an idea.
What were you asking when I said it? I remember I started interrupting.
I was about asking about the conversations that you have about sex.
Oh yeah. Well, so you were saying as a kid, basically without a father, that you never talked to your mother about sex.
Never.
My mother lived in the house with us, and like I said, my dad and then her divorce at 13. Me and him, it was uncomfortable in the initial conversations because he would hit you like pretty much what I did to my son on accident.
What I tell you?
What?
Go ahead, finish.
You ain't tell me shit. But me and my father was like Claude said, Thomas Lake, nigga. But
Is that your
essentially,
alias?
I remember one time we would.
It's Steve Cash Moneybags, aka Thomas Lake.
Your alias is my dad's name. That's crazy. That's crazy. Let me call him. If I called in your phone ring, that'd be bananas. But anyway, one day we were coming back from shooting, and he was teaching us how to shoot. And when my dad get in teacher mode, he go to teaching shit.
Facts.
And anyway, and he basically, after we cleared the gun and everything, and we pull up to the house, he was like, put the bags in the bag. We about to leave.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, hey son, I know I told you about sex before, but have I ever like talked to you about sex? And I remember the awkwardness of the talk to you. Now I'm about 12, I'm younger. I'm like 11, 12-ish. My brother 2 years behind me, he's in the car. So he got a lot of indirect ones. But the long story short of it is that's when he broke out the he's like, well, there's going to be parts to it and there's intricacies, but if the overall conversation, birds and the bees, guys and girls or whatever, then this level is going to be, here's what a condom is, here's how you use it, here's why. I remember that conversation distinctly with my dad. I do openly talk about sex with my dad, even as young as before I had my kids. So 16, 17, 18. I lost my virginity 17. I think I was 16, 17. My birthday in the summer. But neither here nor there. When it happened and he called me out on it, then
You was in jail at that time.
we were able to talk about it.
Yo,
Anyway,
you were.
I lost my virginity in jail.
I guess. Nasty ass.
Ew. Or not ew. He might like it.
It's not true.
Oh, I
was
don't
in
know.
jail.
I didn't know you back
Anyways,
then.
With a man, you lost it to him, dude.
No. But with that being said, I would definitely know I never talked about sex with my mother in any capacity, shape, form, or other. Real short story of my son. My son's mother, who doesn't have any brothers or male figures that she grew up around, there's a lot of females. She took it upon herself to be like, my son's gonna know XYZ, sounding a lot like you. I'm gonna talk to my son. We're gonna be open. We're gonna have this relationship. It's gonna be great and grand and all this good stuff. And I never argue with her. I just let her rock. Like, do you? But my son has come to me multiple times telling me how uncomfortable it is discussing anything related to sex with his mother, because no man wants to be like, wait, mom, you have sex? Like, that's not even what the fuck did I just say? So I had it from my own upbringing. I would never talk to my mother about it. And my son, when Forrest, still comes to me and tells me how it's uncomfortable. I know your situation is different, but I'm just.
But so you talk with your father about sex a lot?
Not a lot. I mean, well, now as adults, because I had my kid at 19, I don't know what you're laughing about, but as an
You know
adult,
what I'm
me and my
laughing
dad
about.
are peers at this point. I have raised a kid to almost completion. He's 16 now, about to be 17. Yeah, we talk as peers. He told me about his date last night, stuff like that. But as young as, I would say, drinking age, maybe a little more, we may or may not have been both single and out in these streets running up on girls together. So it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
We're also only 20 years apart.
Not judging you at all, but
Also,
like
I am.
that's like
Positively.
crazy to talk with your old man about like your date. Like, yeah, I hit that last night. Oh, you got that, son. Like, but that's your relationship. But
Yeah.
I
We're 20
don't-
years apart. We're very, like, my father's 56, I'm 36. This is a 23-year-old talking to a 43-year-old. Like, it's not a crazy distance in the age. So
Yeah.
I know for a lot of people's and their parents, it could be weird, but at this point,
Right.
me and my father are peers, like talking to them two about sex.
And that's really cool. That's really cool that you guys are comfortable enough to, have that relationship. But if I had a partner and we had a child, a boy, bring him up, and I knew that they were talking about like sex with each other, I would think that's, I don't
Well,
know.
you know that there's a
Well,
key difference. You said
Hmm?
you have a partner, meaning that man's with you. My father and my mother divorced when I was 13. So all of my puberty and girlfriend
Or if-
relationship sex years were my dad been single since. Well, no, he's been
Or if
married
I
for some,
hear, or if, I probably wouldn't ever find out, but if Julian's dad would, come around and start talking about stuff like
But-
that, then
How
Is he
does
completely non-existent? Like, is he just gone?
on
Like,
a regular though, talking to your daughters like, oh, did you have sex
He commented
yesterday?
to
Okay,
something
I
like
could see that. I could see me talking to my mom, and she would ask and try to get in my business, like, oh, did you have sex last night, Charlene? And I would just be like, no, like, don't ask, that's my business.
Yeah. How does, but just to kind of not beat a dead horse, but does, honestly though, just this is a question for the group, not just Charlene. How does a boy go to his mom and ask for not even necessarily advice, or you know what I'm saying, your first wet, you know what I'm saying, your first wet dream, like to you know what I'm saying, there's so many different things in there.
No boy is asking these
I
things.
never asked
The
Ed at
parent
all.
calls the child out.
Yeah, your
every
dad wasn't
time.
in your life, like we I get that, like I get that. You
even
I'm telling you this.
Wait,
It doesn't even
no,
matter.
let me fix it real quick. No, yes, you're correct. My biological was not. My stepfather has been there more than I have lived. He's been there longer
More
than
than
I
I.
did not have one.
okay?
So even whether you have anyone or not, there's still uncles, there's grandfathers, there's still other people. I have never went to my brothers about a wet dream.
Yeah.
No men talk to. We don't talk about it.
No kid is gonna bring that up to an adult either. The adult has to ambush the kid, in whether it's
I
a
tell you
female or
what,
male.
And now even
As I told you, my dad did
I will do
in the
you,
story.
I will do you one better. Because we're in our son's lives. Has your son even was like, Dad,
No.
I done nutted all over myself. What's going on?
Never once.
So even with that being said,
Questions.
it don't
I'll ask
happen.
him, and I know the answer to the response. But
just like
that's-
I know you're, just like Charlene, I know
But
your
you know
son,
though, right?
just like I
I
know,
know.
just like I know Charlene's son got all those napkins in his trash can by his bed, and that she's laughing at right now, and he never got a stuffy nose. It's because it's maybe be blazing his napkins up, but you know what time it is.
But-
you just know, so you make fun of them.
No, and I asked that question. To say this, but you know, because you're the father and you're in his life, you still know because of your experience. You know he's going through what you went through, right? She has never gone through what he's going through right now.
So,
But
do
she
you have
seems
any
to know.
brothers?
Yes, and
You
I
talk
have
to your
a
brother about wet
stepfather.
dreams and sex. You talk to your stepfather about wet dreams and sex. No.
Probably
But
not.
they
know what I'm
don't talk
saying?
to each other neither. So
Yeah, but
no
you
one's
still
talking.
know. You still have an idea of what's going on in your son's life. So you get what,
Why
you know what
does
I'm
it
saying?
need to be talked to about? Like, why
No, it's
can't
not- I'm
it
not saying
be a
necessarily talking
natural
about.
thing that he discovers how to use it and to use napkins? Thank God he used napkins to do that. And like, why does it
Like
have
the
to be
socks
like
and
a
shit.
public conversation? That's me. I'm kind of conservative, when it comes to that kind of stuff.
I grew up with a mother just like you, very conservative, didn't talk about that stuff. What I'm just saying is that you're still guardians. Would you not agree? You're still guardians over the shit that your sons do because you know what they're doing because you have been through it too. And if she's never been through that, there's no guardrails. There's literally no guardrails because you don't know what to look for. You don't know what to expect. You have no idea what is waiting for them or what they have to
Okay.
experience.
I think, okay, what's
You know what I'm saying?
I do get what you're saying, but what's more important than just this man experiencing his body and learning himself? What's more important than just that? Okay, she may not be able to recognize whether she can or not. She may not be able to recognize there's napkins in the trash. This man's going off. Take that part off. What's bringing him into manhood that she can't do that's needed for a man to be there for?
I'm good. I'm glad you asked that. So let's get off sex real quick then, because you were talking about, because we kind of lingered on sex longer than I wanted to linger on. Charlene, you talked about basically how. Go ahead.
No, I was
I
just
know.
laughing. That's another. Your wife feels the same way. That joke just keeps coming back. That's what your wife knows you feel. You don't want to linger here too long.
You know, it's gonna keep saying it, it's gonna start to hurt. I'm just saying, don't hurt now. But if you
I
keep
only said
saying
it
it's
once.
gonna
Steve
start
said
to
it
hurt.
twice.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Can I get to two before it
anyhow,
hurts?
Charlene. So, well, let's push sex aside right
Hurts
now. We'll come
feelings,
back to
I'm
it later
sorry.
if we want to go back to it. It is what it is on it. I disagree, but I will allow everybody gets to have their opinion on this matter. But I have a question. So you literally said all you need is love. If love is the key, and love will get you through anything type thing. Is that what you said? Paraphrase it for us again, for the rest of the class in the back.
Yeah, since if you plan to have a baby, you have a baby, it shouldn't go straight into daycare. A lot of people put their babies into daycare and you're having other people raise your child. And you're not building a trust and a bond with your baby. And I earned my son's respect. I don't discipline him. He respects me. Anything I tell him to do, he does it. I never had to punish him because I brought him up with love, and I earned his respect. So in return, he respects me. I listen to him when he talks. Yeah, love is all you need, and the world needs more of that.
So I will agree with you on one single point, is that the world 100% needs more love.
Let's start with our children.
Yes. But Mike, go ahead. You seem to be brewing.
No,
over there.
I'm cool.
Is he
I'm
sweating?
not.
He's always sweating. No, he's always sweating, Shelly. You know what I'm saying? He's always sweating.
Check me out.
You're not sweating today?
There's no sweat, baby.
There's no sweat, no?
It's shine. But ain't no sweat.
It's because the temperature is 70 degrees outside right now. Go ahead.
It was cool outside, coolish. I love, Charlene, I work in media, and I would love to have a spokesman like you who could spin it all to how good and golden in life is.
It is.
You're lit a little yellow oranges. I feel like the sun rays are shining on you via camera.
It's her mermaid.
29 years of pure bliss.
Oh my God, you're 29 years old?
Yes, I just turned 29.
When did that happen?
July. Happy belated birthday
Yeah, no,
to you too.
anyhow, go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
Yeah. Go.
I let Claude have this family reunion catch-up moment here. I love that idea, and what's crazy, Charlene, Mermaid Charlene. I know you don't know me. I'm the most optimistic person at this table. I'm that guy. I'm the guy that sees the good in the shit, but I'm not gonna shine it like it's shiny when it's not. In this situation, Claude said that as a child that grew up with only his mother, essentially, there are things that he just doesn't know, and
I didn't know.
Didn't know. I didn't mean to do that. I wasn't trying to.
You're pulling a Steve right now.
That he didn't know, and there's things you even just said about your son that sounds so good and wholesome and family sitcom. Like, I would love to write this into a script and have you on the writing team. But the truth of the matter is, I love my mother to death. I could even be defined and classified as a mother's boy. That's something.
No, not a mother's boy. You are 100% a mama's boy.
Mama's boy, whatever. I could be defined as such. Not for lack of my father's influence. I just always happen to be more like her. I don't have to explain all this shit. But anyway,
you are a mama's boy. Don't sidestep it. You are a mama's boy. Be proud of it.
I whatever.
It's beautiful.
I respond to you as the same way I respond to my girl. I don't see it. Like, me and my mom are a lot of like just inherent, not without me just being like, go ahead, mom. The point I was gonna make is that you just described a scenario where you say you earned your son respect, that he talks to you, that you didn't have to discipline him because you led with love, and that's what goes first.
Still doing the podcast.
Yes, Julian, I'm still talking. Go. I'll tell you what.
Don't you discipline him now. No discipline.
There's no way she would have did that just after I made that point. There's no way.
Get out of my face, boy.
Where she normally might smack him, she's not going to now. She's gonna. I bet he could. Anyway, the point I was gonna make was essentially, no matter what, I love my mother to all-time death, and my mom inherently knows things about me. We have a connection, and my brother and my dad had that different connection, that I wasn't going to be telling her certain things, and I respect the hell out of my mother. It like in a like what you just said sounds great, but I don't believe that he's telling you everything. It's just not a truth of life. And that while respect may be at its all-time high, there were times when I didn't necessarily have to sneak out, but there were times where I wasn't where I was supposed to be, where there were times where as a boy, as a young man growing into whoever I was, where the lines got blurred on certain things. And no matter how much my mother loved me, my mother never even beat me. My father was a disciplinarian.
That's how you ended up in prison at the time you lost your virginity.
And I never, my mother would call my dad and just be like, they need ass beating, and he would show up and beat ass. And so me and my mother's it's always been like a love, a conversation, an open book. Claude is good.
It's good now, Claude.
Claude is good. I don't know why you're running around. But yeah, it's always been that, where I may have the same relationship you and your mother have, but my father was also there to be the bad guy, be the bad cop. My mom also was a bad cop because, whatever. I just say it sounds good, but you can't guarantee that. You don't know. There's certain things that he would talk to your brothers about before he talked to you.
What's the question?
Well, that wasn't a question. It was a statement in response to your statement, which is, I don't believe that it's all sunshine and rain. That even as something as small and tiny, like it what you're looking at basically is that you feel how you feel and you're telling us. But if we ask him, it might be a different conversation, because let's say he get into, like, there's certain ways he just won't see you, so he's not even going to think that you're the person. I don't know if you can fight or not. It doesn't matter if you can or not. But after my first fight, I certainly ain't talking to my mother about it.
Using fists to solve issues.
Fins over fists.
Sometimes I've never started a fight in my life. I ended
like
a lot of
that.
them shits though. I don't believe in using
What was
fists
that?
to solve problems until you got to defend yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
And I
that
do
was also
tell
on
him
my list.
that, but that should be like the last resort. And, you know, I raised him in, you know, looking at the bigger picture, looking at, you know, the other person, what they're feeling, you know, how they were brought up, you know, maybe they don't get enough love at home. Not love
If a
that.
kid just punched him in his face, we are not sitting down to have a United Nations.
Charlene,
Yeah,
sometimes
no, then he needs to defend himself. I'm saying that's the last resort, but I'm saying
Charlene?
like there's issue, you know, you can do things and until it gets to that point.
sometimes it's the last resort for him, what you would like when it's other kids' first resort. That, Charlene, at the end, but
And he's not going to talk to you about that. He'll talk to his uncles.
I agree with you more than I disagree with you, but there are just certain situations, and this one specific one that we're speaking on right now, if we're talking about a young boy defending himself.
No, that was just an example.
Yeah,
That's a good example. Go ahead, Steve.
so in this one specific example, this is when a male may be more needed. I still agree with you so far. I have not been derailed in my opinion that a woman can still raise a boy into a man. I'm still on that fence. I'm still waiting to my opinion to be
Can I ask a question?
Sure, of course.
He knows how to throw a punch. He knows how to do a hook. He knows how to
How
fight.
did he learn that?
One of my boyfriends taught him.
Way to unravel your whole point.
Charlene, I'm gonna pause on you 1 second. Steve, how did you learn how to fight?
He don't know how to fight to this day.
Still don't. I
Still
never
don't?
in my life.
Bananas.
Yeah.
Nah.
You
why he
smacked.
befriended me.
I saw you almost
that's
jack
what-
somebody, put him through the
that's-
wall once when they smacked your head.
That's
So I know
different.
you know how to fight.
That's a different thing.
Instinct.
Different scenario. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when you
Big ups
now,
to Jerry.
honestly, real shit. The facts of it is, you learn how to fight because I grew up with brothers. I grew up
Yeah.
with
Yeah, you
cousins.
got older brothers.
Right.
I grew up in the environment I grew up in. You learn how to fight because I'm fighting.
Your mom didn't teach you.
Neither did my uncles or dads.
Yeah, but the whole point of this is it's not-
You're playing sports. You're in the
Right.
field.
See,
You
that's what I'm
naturally
saying.
fight.
Yes.
You're outside. Go outside. That's
Right.
how you fight. You
Right.
learn.
And I think the whole point of this is not.
Mike, how'd you learn? I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No,
Because
go
I
ahead.
know how Mike learned to
Go
fight.
ahead.
So, Mike, how'd you learn to fight?
I don't know if you know that.
Your cousins.
Oh yeah, you do.
So,
Yeah.
Mike, like, it wasn't a mom. It wasn't that.
No, my mom.
People around you.
You get your ass kicked a bunch of times, and you're gonna learn to start
You
defending
fight your
yourself.
brothers.
My-
You
My
fight
cousin
your,
was on some wild out shit, but
you fight
What
your
about
brothers.
Taekwondo and
Or-
the activities that they are in
I
nowadays?
took karate. That's
Right,
not
there's-
nowadays. It's forever. I took karate. But away
Is
from
he
that,
still in Taekwondo?
before we're asking a lot. We ask. I can finish the
Go ahead.
question you
Finish
asked
the
me,
question. Yeah, go ahead.
and then we can ask her if he's in Taekwondo. Before I took karate for a very short period of time,
Go ahead.
I learned to fight from just going outside, from playing sports.
Say yeah, real quick.
We didn't hit that part.
Do what you said.
We didn't say anything.
You say nothing.
I gotta actually hit a real body. So if you want to
Mike,
beat
he's
that
got
body,
enough- he's
no,
got
I
enough
want
body for
Mike.
the
I want
two
the
of
person
us.
to ask me.
Mike's got body to spare. Hit him.
You have just as much as him.
It's true. It's true, y'all.
then you got hit twice.
I know.
and you about to get punched.
So how I learned to get physical is from just being outside because I'm a
Yeah.
physical person. I play sports. Things naturally happen when you're a guy. There's certain things that doesn't need to be taught from a man or woman because it's naturally in you. Testosterone, my natural shit in my body is making me who I am. No one was like, "Hey, Steve, act like this, do this." My influences and things that taught me that my mom did not sit me down and teach me how to do things the way I am. My pops or the men in my family did not sit me down. If anything, I'm the most different than every other male in my family. So
Experience.
your environment,
Yes, no, your brother made me cry once.
my environment just brought me up how I am, and I wasn't
He called me
taught.
fat.
And that's how people are molded from the,
That lets me know your
their
childhood-
outside world.
You should have been able to handle. I fully agree with you. Your childhood should have had you ready for that. Being called Fat Claw should not make you cry.
I wasn't a fat kid, but yeah, I was a little husky kid. No, I didn't cry.
So you wasn't even fat, and it made you. It
joking.
bothered you.
Hold on.
Focus on the wrong part of what advice you just gave you.
So I'm gonna give my experience real quick, and I'm gonna bring this to perspective, in my perspective, real quick, just because I get what Steve's coming from. I learned how to fight. I didn't go to Taekwondo. I had an uncle that was a boxer. I learned how to actually throw a punch from my uncle.
Let me see the punch. Throw that punch.
No.
I'll be the body if you need one.
Absolutely not. No. I'm
gonna roll with that
I will
bitch,
not
throw
submit
uppercut and
myself
knock you
to be roasted up here 100%. Why are you laughing, Charlene? I would not submit myself up here to this.
I see Charlene moves. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I want no smoke.
Yeah.
Charlene, relax.
Okay.
Stop. Hey, I'm finna leave the podcast if you don't stop. Stop
Simmer
bobbing
down.
and weaving. I want no smoke.
Simmer down. All right. So I will tell you this. My mother, maternal instincts, was very protective of me and my brother. Very protective of me and my brother. I probably got into maybe 2 or 3 different fights growing up as a kid, and it was on some you talk stupid, you talk dumb, you talk different, you light skin, tall, blah 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 blah, whatever. All the shit y'all make fun of me of, it was an issue back growing up. Not. I don't care. It's not a thing. Hold on.
We don't make fun of you for anything.
Stop. I make fun of y'all too. So it's not.
No, you make
fun of us.
Whatever.
We never make fun of you.
Remember your short joke rant earlier?
The reasons are unimportant. What I'm saying is that my mother, in her maternal instincts, was the mama bear, the lioness, the protector, and so her instinct was to go after whoever was fucking with me. So I kid you no lie. I told the story on this podcast before about how some kids jumped me at a pool once, and she went around the neighborhood with a bat, and she knocked on the door. She threatened to beat the mom's ass, all yada 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 yada. In that particular moment, how did I learn? I didn't necessarily learn to defend myself in that particular position. I learned that my mama was gonna fucking take care of me. So
do you agree? Mothers know best. Mothers know their kids.
Absolutely not. If I had a father, my father would say, "You go find that kid, you whoop their ass." Next time, listen. Next time, it's a different story. Let me ask you a question, Mike. Not discrediting you, Steve. What would Thomas Lake have said had you been in that same situation?
I had that situation, and my dad, he in front of my mom, it was like, "Son, you gotta definitely, do the right thing. You talk to a teacher." So my mom bit in the corner. Listen here, son. Next time you see a little homie and he step to you, this is what you do. You ball it up like this, and you throw it at his forehead.
Right.
Like, yeah, my dad sent me back out. I had uncles and older cousins and a bunch of other shit that, as a father, I even told my son, it was just, hey, son, I believe in diplomatic everything. I am the talker. I'm the politician in the group. Just telling Charlene because she don't know me. But with that said, I'm willing to throw these hands, though. And I have had to. I grew up in West Tampa. I have had to many a time for all the reasons that Claude named.
What? You grew up in West Tampa, you had to throw hands?
No, I would throw hands if it came to that situation, which I don't think I would ever be in, but like I wouldn't.
Charlene, you're gonna risk hurting your hands, really? Then who's gonna put raisins in the mashed potatoes?
You're right about that. And look at this face. Like, I'm not gonna scotch this face out.
You don't think she's what?
Charlene, let me ask you a question. This is unrelated to the topic at all. Are you white?
Yes, I'm a white girl. You know I'm German.
No,
I'm from Germany.
But you're Hispanic. No. We've had this conversation. You are half Hispanic, correct?
I don't claim my Hispanic.
Yes, I understand you don't claim your dad because he's a bad person, but you're still half Hispanic, correct?
Yes.
Please begging.
Thank
you. Please.
But just give us a.
You know
the 23rd line on the 23.
She got a whole swastika in the back, bro. You don't see that.
Not all German people are Nazis.
You know what?
No, a lot of German people aren't Nazis.
That helped me.
All German people are not Nazis.
German, yeah.
Not all.
Born in Germany.
For the record, and on legal purposes, Charlene, you are not a Nazi. I know
I'm not a Nazi.
Question. There you go. Thank you. That's just I'm an owner. Hey, I own a business. Got to make sure she's saying that.
What was the hesitation?
I don't know what the hesitation was. She probably just.
I'm asking her.
Why is he asking me this question? Because legal speak. Anyhow,
I believe that she's not a Nazi.
I believe she's not a Nazi.
I don't believe that she got any Latina in her though.
I don't believe none of that neither. Claude, I'm so mad that you couldn't recognize it off the top.
Says the man that's dating a Mexican that don't speak Spanish.
She's super.
What do you say? You don't believe I'm Spanish?
Latina, yeah.
Why do you say that? Because of how I'm raising my son?
Oh,
yo, no.
Latina activated, dude. Turned it on.
Because we didn't see him in a garden. What's his gardening skills like? When the last time he was in the garden?
I'm channeling J-Lo, Perez.
Can he cut lawns?
Do the right thing.
All Latina
he
channels.
does not know how to cut lawns, no.
Nah, he ain't Hispanic. Then.
Steve
Come on.
Harvey.
Matter of fact, does he want a job even?
Yeah, he does.
Oh, then he not Hispanic at all. He want a job. He ain't
Oh, you
Hispanic.
talking about son?
Stop it. Oh my God, you are awful, Steve, man.
Nah, salute to my
Go ahead.
Hispanic. They know how to get down. My Hispanic
Um,
fans and my supporters, they know how to get down. It's all good. It's all love.
Actually, Michelle told
No tennis.
Michelle
So
told me to tell you.
so I asked that question about the love thing just because I get where you're coming from, and just to kind of bring it back in, I get where you're coming from, and I wholeheartedly agree with you.
Texas
If
begging.
love was literally 100% the answer, all you
Right.
would really need is love. That's what John Lennon said. All you need is love, 100%. But the fact of the matter is that I got a lot of tough love. I got a lot of Claude, your shit don't stink. And I think as a result of that, I grew up thinking my shit don't stink. And so when I got out here in the world, I was able to determine that, I'm not better than anybody. I can kind of gel with people. I can get into things. I feel like if you're constantly telling a boy, because I have a daughter and I'm very careful about what I tell her. I don't only tell her she's pretty. I also tell her she's smart and she's nice and all of the, even though she's a little hellion, I do tell her all of the things that she is that isn't just pretty. So I want to keep it. I want to keep it a buck. It's not a double standard for me. But I grew up with a mom that checked me every single time. I was severely disciplined. I got my ass whooped. I got slapped in the back of the head. I got knocked around because if I mouthed off and things of that nature. I get where you're coming from. I know you said, don't let people raise your children, nurture your child, have a good relationship with them, and they won't disrespect you. You don't have to discipline them. But I think it goes back to the idea of what Mike was saying is that certain things might not be known. I don't live in your household, so I can't tell you what your situation is. I don't live in your household. That's not my place. I'm just saying when we're thinking about this holistically, there's got to be some tough love. Right? There's got to be some kind of, I don't know. You can't, I feel like if a man is raised by a woman that tells him all the time that he's great and he can do no wrong, he's going to grow up thinking that he is great and he can do no wrong. And he's going to be some woman's dating or marriage issue.
So what I say along the lines of how your mom said it, your shit doesn't sink. When I drop him off at school every day, I'm like, help someone out, make a new friend. If you see someone being bullied, be that ally, disperse it. So in that way, tough love where it says, your shit doesn't stink, but I say in a nicer way that is the same way to get the point across. Even though your mom sounds like a wonderful lady because she raised an awesome man.
Flattery will get you nowhere, Charlie. But yes, she did raise an awesome man. Shut up,
Yeah,
Mike.
she did.
I didn't even say it
Shut
yet.
the hell up.
I haven't said a single word.
Something. I can tell you're licking your lips over there, chapped
lick my
lips,
lips
licking
once.
your lips all chapped and the
Yeah.
greasy.
I got chapstick on.
Shit, I see what you're doing. Go
Why
ahead,
are you
Mike.
looking at my lips?
I'm looking at your face.
In any case, no, I had nothing to rebut about your mother. I think she's a wonderful woman. I'm not going to ignore the things that Claude is saying that he dealt with, and I know there's dials and knobs on all this whole thing, and we could say
Buttons and switches. Yep.
we could all act like, I mean, we're all parents here. The four of us are all parents, and as idealistic,
all raising boys,
and as idealistic as it is that I could say, I want my son to stay out of trouble and be a stand-up citizen, and only fight when having to, and respect all girls and do all this other shit. That there's just a certain amount of autonomy that kids have on their own, and us as parents have blind spots. I think
And that's why you need to every day, embed that love into them and to tell them every day I drop them off at school and I say, help other people. That is, your thing. And I don't know if you guys also hear these terms out on social media, wolf and sheep. People who use those terms, and it's disturbing to me because we should all be just one. We are all one and connected.
What animal should we all be though? Because I get what you're saying, but
we should all be wolves. We should all be sheep or whatever animal. You shouldn't be like your mom
That's
said.
not
Your shit
realistic,
doesn't
Charlie.
stink. You shouldn't be saying you're better than someone else or that you're higher. That you're the sheep and I'm the wolf.
Charlie,
Like-
so you want him to live in an unrealistic world? Because that's not realistic at all. In real life, there are sheep and wolves. In real life, there are people that are higher than people in real life. And there really is an anarchy in real life.
That's
That's not-
sad. That's sad.
Hey,
It's
sad or not, it's a word. Guess what?
Hierarchy.
Guess
We should
get
all
hierarchy.
be,
Thank you.
like,
My bad. You know I
together.
got speech
I
impediment.
know you do.
Hey, it's the reality we live in. You can have him living in some false bullshit if you want, but that ain't real. Stop with that shit. Hey, you trying to raise this boy to be a fucking man? Stop that dumb shit. Hey, for real, stop it. It's gonna. I was with you.
Claude,
I'm gonna tell
you were telling me to calm down. When you're not telling your buddy to calm down.
No, I was. I will relax a little bit. Listen, I was with you. I really was with you.
I
But
can
we
laugh
can't-
about it because it doesn't offend me. I respect everyone's
It's not to be
parenting
offensive.
techniques.
None of this is to be offensive, and I'm not attacking your parenting
Yeah,
technique
you're
at
telling
all.
me to stop what I'm doing. You're telling me my parenting.
Okay, well,
to stop
okay, sure.
it.
Then if we have to label it then attacking, then yes, I am. I'm not meaning to be offensive, though. At least can we say that it's not meant to be offensive?
I think. All right, hold on. So let's.
I can't even.
No. He's right. He's right.
Charlene, listen. I'm asking. I would like you to understand.
What are you
that
asking?
I would like to make a statement. The fact that if you're going to try to teach him that the way things should not be, I agree with you. There's a lot of things that should not be. I don't want to go where I'm about to name right now. I don't want to stay here. So I'm going to say this point, and I hope we can keep it moving. No one hangs on it. There was slavery that should not have been, but it was. So
And we
let's keep
evolved.
exactly.
We evolved. War
And
had
we
to
have-
happen.
And we have not evolved yet to where the hierarchy is not the hierarchy. There are things. There's presidents, there's bosses, there's CEOs, there's workers, there's a bunch of things, and these are the facts. So my personal opinion, I feel he needs to understand that there are hierarchies, and that's just going to help him grow as a person. And
Oh yeah, he's
and
aware.
also no, you know what? He also has to understand sometimes he could be a wolf, but he could be a wolf among sheep. But honestly, you got to realize also when he's also amongst other wolves, because sometimes being amongst other wolves, they're going to want to eat sheep, and he could be the protector of the other sheep. That's still a wolf type mentality. I'm going to protect them. I don't want you to bully these kids. Nothing wrong with him protecting those other kids, but he need to recognize that he's amongst other wolves who eat these sheep. That's still a hierarchy. Everything's not created equal. It's just the facts of the matter. It is what it is. Like
Everyone
it sucks.
has a background. They shouldn't be
Correct.
labeled or judged, or I'm not for the death penalty because everyone has that situation in their head. And you don't know a person's upbringing. You don't know what happened.
I agree with you in a sense. No, actually, I agree with you in full. I'm not a fan of the death penalty neither.
Yeah.
But being that if we all voted on it, that would still make it a hierarchy to where people are like, whether we see it right, wrong, or indifferent, there are other people who is all for that. Though you and I are in agreement, I agree with you. We're on the same side with no death penalty. But the people on the other side who's like, nah, kill him off, they're going to do that. And if it's more of them than it is of us, guess what we got to do? We got to route the majority.
I think the point, Charlene, and this is not attacking your parenting style.
I'm not being attacked. You guys keep saying like, oh, we're not attacking, like we're having a conversation. And
we just have to reaffirm that because some people sometimes come on the show and
I can laugh about it because I'm not offended. Like if you call me fat, if you call me poor, you call me whatever, like I can laugh about it because it's not true.
Nobody's gonna call you that.
I'm saying, but I'm just saying for an example.
Understood. It makes sense. It makes sense. And also keep in mind, again, I'm glad that you were on because honestly, I was ready to battle these too. I thought it was gonna be me versus them. You and I actually are on the same playing field. But like anything else, nobody is going to get along, or not. I'm sorry, not get along. No one's going to agree 100% of the time.
Well, and this is
right. No one has to agree with me. I'm just saying, like, you're asking a single mom to be on the show, and this is how I raise my son. And so far, it's been effective. He's a good boy, and yeah.
Can I ask just a quick question? Obviously, this is not Julian, but what would be your approach if he wasn't a good boy? You lucked out. Let's be real.
Communication. I didn't lock out Claude.
You don't think you locked out?
That's how I raised him.
Okay.
I didn't get lucky. That's how I was.
So you don't believe in free will? I mean, he can wild out if he wants to. You don't believe in free will? You can raise people how you want them to be. You can mold them how you think you want them to be. But at the end of the day, the facts are he could do what he wants because of free will.
Yeah, he'll for sure get sad or upset if I tell him to do something, and he'll be upset about it, and he's all right to his emotions, and that shouldn't be suppressed either, but he's a good boy.
I don't doubt that at all.
Do
He
you-
seems like a very nice young man.
And again, do you worry though? Because this is we're only living in the world that we lived in. You know what I'm saying? We don't live in the world that you live. Well, we all live in the same world, but in fact, we live in the same world, but we don't live in the same world. If that makes sense, right? Y'all hear what I'm saying? So we
Everyone
don't
has
live
a
in
different world.
Everybody has a different world. We're on the same planet, but we all live in different worlds. Do you fear though that the love approach though is, and I want to be clear because I think your love approach, obviously love your kids, but I'm not gonna say my mom didn't love me. My mom loved me 100%. She just didn't tell me that, you know, everybody's equal. That there was more realities that was given. And to be fair, Julian lives in a different world than we came up in, to be real. Our kids live in a different world than we came up in. You know, I just fear though when it comes to my son, because my son is white, so I have a white son, you know, and he can't afford to get it wrong, because if he gets it wrong, he's affecting somebody else in a way that's
say he
detrimental.
can't?
He cannot. He can't get it wrong.
He can't get certain things.
He
wrong.
can't get it wrong. He
Then
can't.
Then who can get it wrong?
No.
There's certain things he
No,
can't.
I
Get
get
wrong.
what you're saying. I get what you're saying. He
I don't
can't.
understand.
He's on the negative side to me. So let's just think about it right now. He has opportunities that your son doesn't have, just because of the color of his skin, just because of the color of his skin.
I'm following you.
So he cannot. When it comes to, I don't want to raise a son that's going to get by on certain things and not take certain lessons to heart. If you get what I'm saying, there's too many people. How do I say this? I'm trying to think. I want to say it the right way.
Everybody has blind spots, and there's certain ones Claude want to minimize.
I want to minimize them 100% because I have a white son. It's very, you know what I'm saying?
There's certain ones, and you could just say
there's
the
certain
ones or
There's
whatever.
certain
you
ones. There's certain ones. There's racism. There's sexism. There's all the shit that's been in the news when it comes to white males. You know, so he's in a very unique situation. He's a white male being raised by a black man, a white mother with a biracial sister. So there's certain blind spots that I cannot afford for
Question.
him to have. So I can't tell him that everybody's equal.
Question, Claude. You don't, and your stance is still a single mother can't raise a boy into a man.
Yes, 100%.
So you think a black male can raise a white boy into a white male?
That's a good question, Steve. And you don't often ask good questions. So I'm not fuck with you. Yeah, I do. 100%.
You do think you
Yeah,
think it
100%.
can?
Yes.
So you
Race transcends gender, and there's so many different things that we can talk about that. You know it does.
But
it
a
sounds
woman
very
can't.
beneficial. It sounds very beneficial to the man's side.
What you mean?
It sounds like you could do everything she can do, but she can do nothing you can do. That's how it sounds. Because
Explain.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
Educate me. I'm trying to hear you.
From and I didn't have any of this plan, but from what you're saying, correct me when I'm wrong.
Okay.
A single mother, Sarah,
Charlene.
Charlene.
Excuse me, Charlene's standpoint, she cannot raise a boy into it's for the audience. If she can't raise a boy into a man
Okay.
as a single mother, but you can raise a white boy into a white male as a black male.
Yeah.
So
Because I have a white
can
wife,
cross race, but she can't cross gender.
but I also have a white wife.
I love my wife.
But I also have an experience.
That's true. You have a white
I
wife
also-
with it as well.
Have an experience being on both the white side and the black side. I was raised black, but I'll wholeheartedly say, because of the way I look, I was accepted a lot in the white.
Well, you're not
Sorry.
that light skinned. I don't know how you were accepted.
I get it.
No, it's no.
Is that a
it's
conversation
not-
you want to have? I mean, I don't know.
Am I tripping?
I code
No, I don't
switch.
think either you. Yeah, I don't think
You know
either
what I'm
you're
saying? I
tripping.
switch.
I'll quote Gambino. Every white you're not white enough is a black. They're all the same.
Right.
When he was referencing basically not being black enough for the blacks and white enough for the whites.
Right.
All right. So
And that's probably Claude.
I
Probably
honestly feel
Whole life.
I just feel if
Whole
you
life.
if you yourself are able to raise a white
Male
boy
boy, yes.
into a white male, excuse me, then Charlene should be able to.
If you
Race.
can cross race, then she can cross gender.
Yeah, y'all know that's not true.
Tell us
Y'all,
why.
but y'all know that's not true.
I
Y'all
don't
know that
that's not true.
I'm not saying I agree. I'm asking a question. Tell us why.
there's elements of race that don't touch gender and gender don't touch race. You know what I'm saying? Like there's women I don't. How do I explain this?
Someone said something it's really
Go
good.
ahead.
A black man can raise a white male to better understand difference in his privileges, which can help that child grow up understanding the world as we truly live in. And that
I'm
from
still a man.
a woman's standpoint, me raising a boy, that is the same thing for me. That to
I
understand
agree with
women.
you.
Yeah, but
agree
Charlene,
with
you're
you.
still a woman, and he will be a man. My
And
son and I,
he's still a
despite
white
the
boy
fact
and
that
you're
we-
still a black man.
yeah, but I'm also. But what is the common thing that you just said? Man, boy will become a man.
Do you
You're
think-
a woman, and he's a boy. He will never become a woman, right?
And you will never become a
If
white
he-
man. Do you
that's
think
what
he
he
looks at you as
decide.
under him?
So I did want to preface that we never did that. We are talking about heteronormative situations. I 100% sympathize
That's a
with.
different show. Maybe we should
Mama,
keep
Mama.
it. Maybe
Well,
we should keep it here.
We
then.
are keeping it there, Charlene. I get what you're saying. We'll have that discussion because we want to talk about that. The poor podcast is very LGBTQ friendly, and we will keep that conversation for another time. But we are in this case talking about heteronormative situations.
For conversation's sake, we have to
conversation,
talk about
right.
what's the most likely.
Yeah.
Because I think it would get spun if
Yeah.
this is gonna be dope because we can. I think that's a whole nother episode.
That's
We
gonna be a
can
great
hold that
episode.
one.
Well,
We can hold that one.
there's a conversation that ties into it where you ask in the racial conversation. Then are you Charlene? If we make it a racial conversation,
If we're making it a gender to race equivalent, yeah, I'll give you that. Except for the fact that at the end of the day, him and I have one thing in common, despite the fact that we are not
Gender.
the same race. We are the same gender.
I think gender
still-
divides people.
There are certain experiences that we share, no matter what.
I'll ask a tough question.
Go ahead,
Do-
Mike.
Do you think black men are closer to white men or closer to
White women.
white women?
Ask that question again because I got to wrap my brain around it.
So I'm focusing on race and gender.
I'll
So
put the camera on
if
you so
black
you
men
can-
are in the middle of the hierarchical landscape of the country as it's built, white men are at the top.
Okay.
We know that somewhere there's minority men, and then somewhere there are women as a whole, white
Okay.
women and minority women. Minority women probably be in the bottom. In the
Charlene, what's in your lap? You got sardines. You got fish. That cat can't stay out your lap.
He loves me. He's in love with me. I have that effect on men.
Charlene, the requirements for being on the show was Wi-Fi connection and headphones, not a can of tuna. Tell that cat to chill out. Okay, what is the
It won't
cat's
happen
name?
again. I'm sorry. It won't happen.
What
again.
is it? What is the cat's name?
Link.
Link. Okay, we had a Gucci the dog on one of our live episodes.
Steve, you are
so,
a fucking idiot,
so
bro.
so yeah, Link the cat. We might have to interview Link the cat a little bit later.
salute to the Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
Oh, and she's a fucking mermaid.
Yeah, and you have elf ears too, don't
You
you?
a fishy motherfucker.
Yes.
My bad, Mike. Go ahead.
Yeah, my job for the people who are listening, I am a mermaid for hire. So I love children and I think they're pure
I don't think
and
Go ahead.
What?
I love my
Sorry.
job. That's children, and I'm happy to be on the podcast to talk about my passion and
She's like
the children.
she's like the movie
We're
Splash. She
definitely
sits in
gonna
a
we're
tub
definitely
and she-
gonna spin back to this because I would like to know about your
Yeah.
occupation.
Yeah, when you
Hold
said
that thought.
mermaid
We're gonna
Charlene,
spin back.
I just thought you like mermaids and shit. I didn't know you really did this. Like you really out here
Yeah.
flippering.
Does
Well,
that explain how
The
what
bubbly
I'm saying
personality?
now? Yeah.
Yeah.
sorry.
Hold that thought though. We're gonna get to that soon. Hold that
It
thought.
explains why you keep catnips in your lap.
Yeah.
Or at least your cat thinks it is.
She's got gazmos and gizmos, plenty, y'all.
Plenty.
So at the end of the day, what was your question you were asking?
Bar.
Shit.
What?
She got off. Go ahead, Mike. She got off.
Bar. What are we doing?
You were asking me about you were asking me to comment on the
Oh yeah,
hierarchy.
if you had to give the hierarchy of the race gender games.
Yeah.
Where do black men rank? Closer to black or closer to white women or closer to white men?
Closer to white man.
Above
obviously.
or below?
White women?
In the white women. Above or below?
Oh, I still think that there is a
You said they're close. above or
there
below.
is a racial gender dynamic. Black women, white women, and black men. I don't know how to. I still think that there is still a male club. There is still a men's club that women. It's hard for a woman to break into. So, and when you talk about the hierarchy, I believe it
So
goes white man.
who wins
black
the
women.
oppression Olympics? Black men or white women?
The oppression Olympics?
Yeah. because they are women, but they're white.
I think that black. I don't like to comment on things I don't know.
I didn't ask you what you like. I asked
So,
a question,
we're
and
talking
then I
about
would love to
wages
see it
and
in the
stuff,
comment
yeah.
section. And I'm
Y'all
not
look
going to
it up.
ask
See,
Charlene.
I don't know if do black men make more than white women wages wise.
I just want to be
I
clear.
think so.
I'm not going to ask Charlene. To be
I
fair,
think men in general make more than women as far as wages, and I feel like there's still more rights in
we
this
had the right to
country.
vote before. No, we did.
No. No.
Yeah, black men are below.
No, we're below as far as like voting rights. But we're talking about modern day. We're talking about 2021. 2021. We can all
Men
vote.
make more than women, but black men probably make less than all white
women?
people.
You think so?
I think black men.
If you listen in the comments, please look that up. This is the tangent. This is another conversation. We'll talk about it, but I'm curious to know about that.
Well, the only reason I asked that question to piggyback off of Charlene and Steve's point, or Steve's point with Charlene co-signing, was essentially that you could play the gender game and say, well, I am a man, and that I can teach a white male how to be a man better than any woman could teach a boy to be a man. And I'm only asking a question to have you examine that. I'm not saying you're right or wrong. Honestly, I don't even know where I land on the subject. I'll just be moderator like I normally be. In this, if you could play that game, why can't she?
I mean, if she wants, if we're playing games, play the game. I don't really care about that.
This whole conversation
I'm
is a
saying,
game.
she can play that game. She can play that game, but I'm telling you, there are certain experiences that, as a man, we share with our sons. Correct? That she'll never share with her son. Agreed? Present and future.
To a point, I think there's certain.
I can't say what she can and does.
There's certain race things that she might also be able to play.
Stop it right now. Stop it right now. I'm gonna call.
I'm try my best to
hold on with you because you're being forthcoming. He's full of shit.
What have I
Stop
said
what
that's
you're
full of
saying. There's certain experience as a man that we will experience with our sons and her son that she will never experience as a woman. Come on, y'all. Y'all being
I was waiting for him to answer.
I'm not. Yeah, we're not specifically talking about when we talking here. We're speaking in the overarching.
Yeah, we're not necessarily talking about you.
We're not talking about you and your kid, but the overarching idea that I like I told you a second ago. I don't think I actually have an answer to this. If you force me to answer, I think I would lean more towards. But I'm biased. As a man, I believe I could raise a white kid better than she could raise a man to be a man. I agree with that because I think any raising of a man that she's going to do involves other men. And I don't have to necessarily be white to give my son a clear view of the world.
Yeah. Right.
To answer for you.
I don't see the difference or the conversation. But I'm not Black and I can't speak on that. But what? I don't think there is a difference. There shouldn't. I think you are more than capable of raising a white child, Claude. Just like I'm more than capable of raising a boy by myself.
It's not just like. Charlene, you know I love you, and we've been friends for a long time. But it's not just like. It's a like I told you. There's experiences that he will go through. That both of our sons, yours and mine, will go through that you have no reference material. Not to say that you can't do it. Not to say that you're not going to be able to go through it.
Your mom literally did it.
My mom, no, she didn't.
My mom did it. My mom raised 3 children.
Oh, you're saying
she raised my brother. She raised my mom was a single mom and she raised my brother by herself. And we are all, I love my siblings and how we came out to be. And my brother is a great father. And he has a great partner, and in their relationship, even she is probably the disciplinary, and my brother is the more, sensitive one to his son.
Can I ask a question?
So why can't it be like that even?
Okay, we'll agree to disagree on this point because I don't want to keep going in a circle, but I want to ask a question. It's my last question for you. Julian's a man, he's 18 or however old he is, and he meets a woman. Your preference, that woman to be a single mom or not a single mom?
Is that person what? A single mom? Is he like meeting a single mom?
I'm asking you right now, would you prefer, not preference is a stupid word because you prefer them to meet whoever they're happy with, but I'm asking Charlene a question, mom of Julian. Would you want your son to date or marry a single mom?
It doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Just because I'm a single mom and I'm not saying I'm better. Okay. I know that was confused earlier, but there is benefits of, dating a single mom and, the values and that she is caring, she is responsible. But if he meets someone who doesn't have a kid, then that's cool too.
I will say in that situation, 100%, I do agree. You need love. You gotta love, because as someone who married a single mom, shit was hard. It was not easy. It's still hard. There's a lot that goes. It's complicated. It's messy. It's frustrating. It's hard. At the end of the day, I'm not going to regret marrying my wife because I love her and I love my son, and we have a beautiful daughter too. But at the end of the day, in my brain, I'm going to be honest. I want him to marry someone that doesn't already have a kid. I want him to marry someone that he can start fresh, because it is a difficult situation. It's not an easy situation. There's a lot of things that go along with it. And I'm going to be completely honest. My preference is that my kids marry someone that does not already have a child, just because there's a lot of things that go on with it. It's very complicated. And I'm not saying that you're complicated because you're a single mom. I'm just saying
your two friends are single, right? I'm sorry, I didn't get your guys' names.
Mike and blue shirt, black shirt, Steve.
So what about, are you agreeing with Claude that girls shouldn't get with you guys because you guys have baggage or children? Sorry to use the word baggage, but that's how I
understand where you're going.
Oh, you use a great word.
I understand where you're going.
Use
my baggage.
Baggage is real. I don't want to act like that's not the term.
Baggage.
So you guys think that you're not dateable, or that you should be lesser than a man who doesn't have a child? I would look at you and I would think, not maybe because I'm biased because I do have a child, but I would look at you and like, wow, he has a kid, that's good. And there's attributes, and it really depends on the individual who's looking at that single parent, and admiring them, and it's beautiful.
I'll let you answer first, I guess, if you good.
Me personally, I agree more with. All right, I kind of forgot everything Claude said.
Your preference. Do you want little Steve to marry somebody that already's got a kid?
Yeah, would you like
if my
your
son,
preference?
If it was
I'm
ideal
going to
situation.
prefer, but I want to expound after I say what I say.
Of course.
Do I want him to? As long as he does not have a kid, that answer is no. I had a kid in my teenage years. For me personally, it worked out so much better for me to date a woman with another kid, which I fortunately have always found, to a point it worked out. Like, because it instantly, my child could always play with their kid, and it worked out perfectly for me. But I also had a kid. Do I think it would have been the same if I did not have a kid? Probably not. Maybe I wouldn't have wanted to go to a park on a Saturday. But I had a kid, so my life experience going to a park on a Saturday at 19, 20, 21. So it was great, the fact that women I was meeting happened to have a kid. Now, would I want my son to do it again? No. But also assuming my son is not going to be a single teenage kid. Also, my child is basically an adult. I have a whole 18-year-old in 3 months. My life is a lot different than others. So I view life differently. At the stage I'm at today, I have a whole stepson myself, raised, tatted on my body, love him to death. Would I want to date another single mother? It matters the age of the kids. I would prefer to have older kids because that's the stage I'm at. Because I want to travel. I want to do certain things that when my life experiences have shown me you can't always move when you have a child and you're a single mother. But that was my personal experiences. I've dated, again, I have dated single mothers, long-term relationships, real relationships, not like, I'm not talking fucking single mothers. I'm talking relationships with. So these things are real and they matter.
So remove your caveats, though. What's your answer? Removing all those caveats. That was a really long.
Imagine if there's a woman.
I don't think he meant long. But
imagine if there's a woman, a single woman, no child, and it's between you and another dude who doesn't have kids.
Go with the dude without kids.
You're better? You guys are equal.
Lower.
No,
you're lower than him?
not.
I am lower than him at give me a second, at a certain age. Today, no, we're fucking equal. My son is self-sufficient. No woman has to mother my child. My son gonna look at her like, I work, I go to school, I take care of myself. My dad just gotta take me to practice. That's it, no more, no less. That's the bare minimum. But younger, asked me 4, 5, 8 years ago, absolutely pick the other guy.
You're talking about
I am lower. Yes, to answer your question, wet or dry, I am lower than that guy without. I agree with you.
So, okay, well, for Claude's question, then
I am lower. Do not pick me. Don't pick me. Pick the guy without.
So
kids.
what would you tell you like in an ideal
Pick
situation?
the guy
what
what I
you telling your
see.
son?
He answered.
Yeah, don't pick
the
the parent.
But Charlene says she's cool with whatever.
which is fine.
If
That's
you
what
want
I
me to
wouldn't judge
pick,
her for
if
saying
you
it. I
want
just
to
want
go,
to
you want to
document
pick
what
one
was
or
said.
the other. Pick the one without the children because you don't have children. Pick the ones without. Start your family fresh.
And
you don't need
Right.
a pickup family.
Let's let Mike give his thing, and then we'll bring it back home. Go ahead. I'm gonna make the drink while you do that.
Well, we're wrapping up here. I think in the overall, if we're talking about advice, what's the best case situation? I said it earlier when I was talking to Charlene. I think what you do as a mother should be commended, and I think all the mothers out there like you should be commended. It's hard, and you got to do both jobs, but that's not an ideal situation. When you drew up the blueprint, that blueprint didn't say meet a guy, do it by myself. And I know you didn't say that. I want to be clear that I know you didn't say that. I can't. Like, if the conversation, what the question, can moms really do it without a father? If there's caveats to the answer, then you already know that it's not a straight yes or no. Yes, with male help. Yes, with love first. Yes, with whatever situation you want to put first. We're not raising kids in a vacuum. And I know there's a lot of nuances to it, but if the question has to be yes or no, ideally you will want a male figure, whether it be husband, boyfriend, wife, pastor, or whoever, that they have some type of balancing figure, no matter the gender of the kid. We all happen to be raising boys, but I think even for daughters need men for certain thought processes, for certain ways of looking at a situation.
Definitely.
Me and my current girlfriend and me and my son's mother all have different ways of looking at situations. And in any situation where it might be beneficial to you to be like, oh, we could take a trip with just us, your son might benefit a little more from seeing how you interact with a man inversely, more so than you interacting with him solely. Because I think Claude even made the joke. That's what you just described, a boyfriend, and your son's not supposed to be a boyfriend or a replacement. He's supposed to watch y'all raise him.
I didn't understand it before, but now I get it.
Yeah. He wasn't saying your son's your boyfriend. He's saying that because you know what's crazy? My son's mother did a similar thing. She poured so heavily into my son that the relationship between him and her, they're super close. But super close is good for you. It may not be good for him.
I can speak for my brother, who is raised by a single mother, and he's a great father to this day. And yeah, I don't think
your brother's the father figure.
My brother is the father. He lives with his wife and their child.
The father of his own kids.
Yeah.
Oh,
kid. They have one kid.
I thought we were talking about your kid. I'm sorry.
No. So yeah, my son does have, role models like my brother, like my father. But I don't think he's missing out. And he does talk to his dad, via text message, but he's not in his life, presently.
That shit sucks.
You don't have to pity me. It's
no, I'm not pitying you. I'm angry at him.
I think
honestly.
I have the perfect situation, and I think you being a single father, like, I admire that. And you said you have a girlfriend now, right?
I do have a girlfriend, but I'm not a single father.
At a time, you were a single father, and I could admire that. And if you had a daughter or a son, I wouldn't doubt at all that you would be raising them to your full capacity. And I do research on everything. Everything I do with my son, I do research. As soon as he was born, I go back to the circumcision again, because that's something I'm also passionate about, because it is scientifically proven that you don't have to circumcise your son. But I do research for everything.
You have him running around with an anteater, is what you're saying.
Stop it.
Natural. I have him running around with what God gave him.
Okay, so have you taught him about smegma? Wait, relax. Let her, because she gave him. Let her answer her.
What is that?
Oh, word. Cool. You might want someone to speak to this man about smegma. I can't really speak on it because I don't have it. I am circumcised.
I can't speak on it because I don't know about it.
I would have to do my more deeper research because I got a helmet.
You don't even know about
Break
it?
something you don't even know about.
I have a helmet. I I don't have an anteater. I do know when you have an anteater, you got to pull the skin back to get the smegma off. Smegma is like buildup on uncircled.
Yeah. No, when
all
he
of a
was a
sudden,
baby,
all of a sudden, you know.
Well, I don't know what it was called, but when he was a baby, I used to show him how to clean it, and he knows how to clean it by himself.
So what have been hearing and learning from other males, about smegma. It's literally called smegma, by the way.
I am
It's
not
literally called that.
Listen,
It's
Steve,
like
I am
white-
not denying
like,
that you
you
are
have
right
to-
here. I'm just chuckling to myself. Go
So
ahead.
I'm a woman. I'm a single mom, and I taught my son how to clean himself,
You're gonna have to teach
and it
this
was
man.
possible.
You're gonna have to teach as a mother, and a lot of males to not know how to do this, which I'm assuming have fathers around. I don't know. Maybe you have to do extra work. I truly don't know, because again, I got a helmet on mine. Mine looks like a Bucks football player helmet. Like I don't got an anteater, which nothing wrong with anteaters. I just don't have one. But yeah, he has to pull back the skin allegedly, and clean the smegma off the anteaters, because I don't want this man running around like, infecting shit. I don't want this man walking around with itchy penis.
This is a hell of a
Right,
tangent.
and just proper teaching to your child how to clean. There's no need to have a helmet, Dick. No need to have a helmet. Whatever.
This is a family show.
Sorry.
You can say we said it 100 times.
Nowadays-
I'm kidding. I am kidding.
Nowadays, you show your kid how to do something, and there's no stigma or stogma, whatever you said.
I agree that there's no stigma, but this is a hella tangent in that a lot of that circumcision situation, you got to decide outright. You don't have a penis. You don't know if it's harder or not. You taught him how to do it, and it could be extra steps. We keep circling back to this idea that you think the things that you choose and the exclusivity that you have by saying I get to choose all the things means it's the best thing, when any two-parent situation will tell you. And I'm saying this from afar, knowing that I'm kind of in one in a co-parent situation. Any two-parent situation will tell you that you're going to get a certain type of response from your mom. You're going to get a certain type of response from your dad.
Right.
Even if you're in the same sex, I don't want to go down the rabbit holes of all the caveats of relationships, but even in a two-mom situation, that there's a stern mom, there's the bad cop and the good cop, you're going to get a lot of that. And as having a penis, I may not have enjoyed being circumcised, but I don't remember it today. But I could tell you, if you told me there was an extra step to cleaning it off, that I had to do it a certain way, it might be
It's
normal
simple.
to me.
It's simple. It's really simple. And also, it's not necessary. And maybe you don't remember it happening to you, but as a baby, it's very painful. And every time you pee, it would burn. As a baby,
I hear you.
There's research on it. And why put your baby through that pain?
I hear you. And I'm not going to agree or disagree. I hear you.
Look it up. Do
I'm
your
a parent.
research on it.
I don't have to do the research, ma'am. I did it when they asked me if I wanted to have my son circumcised. I am very familiar with how a penis works. Probably.
Oh, you did your research?
I did my research.
Oh, okay, good.
You think I just was circumcising them for no reason?
Oh, you did research and it says that circumcision's good?
No, my research basically led to the point that it is essentially. What if I'll say it like this? You're not going to get a definitive answer that tells you either way whether it's bad or good. The trauma that you're saying.
No, I do have it. If you research it today, it is proven that it's not needed.
My son was born in 2005, and yours was born in 2008. If my math is right. Today
it is for religious reasons. Religious reasons. Why people would do it.
I understand that.
Or to look like the father, which that person did tell me to, and I'm just thinking that's a good reason.
That's a terrible reason.
To look like the father, right?
Yeah,
No.
It's a terrible reason. And who's even comparing kid penis to their dad, to their husbands, or what? That person's wild. I don't want to get into that. And I'm not even here for the nuance of the circumcision conversation, because I don't know if your ears were pierced as a baby or not, but people pierce their kids' ears. We're talking trauma and all, even the water birth versus normal.
That's different. Ear piercing is different than cutting off a piece of your skin.
Because
imagine your helmet. Imagine the helmet on your thing, and that piece is getting cut off. It's different than a piercing.
They just cut the skin, but calm down. And the ear piercing, I understand that the ear is cartilage, and I understand that there's a difference. We're talking about child trauma. a kid
Yes.
who, like, we're talking about a trauma that isn't remembered. We're talking about a situation that in my current stance, I don't have to take extra steps, even if I learned them to be better. I would never tell anybody to mutilate anything. You don't want to clip dogs' ears and any of the things that you want to.
Right.
But if we're talking that pain that I myself don't remember, I know my son doesn't remember. I could say my two co-hosts don't remember.
But the pain.
But you're speaking on something you have no idea about. You don't have a penis.
You're saying you're justifying it because you won't remember. Just hear yourself what you're saying. You're justifying it because the baby does not remember. You're doing it because the baby doesn't remember.
So you want me to do this then? So, were there decisions you made during the birth of your kid that could affect him today? Negative, positive, or neutral, whatever the spread is.
There's I don't know if you guys are familiar with TikToks, but there was a TikTok going around of women or people making their babies cry with the Mary J. Blige song, and then do you know which one I'm talking about?
I don't know what song you're talking about. I'm listening.
No, okay, I was just thinking if you knew. But yeah, it was a Mary J. Blige song, and then she started screaming. Like someone else started singing and it started screaming, and it was supposed to make the baby cry. Like why would you want to make your baby cry? And the TikToks were taken down because it was just cruel.
But we're talking about cruelty in a thing where it's not like they're removing the penis. And like I said, I don't want to be here to
moving half the penis.
It's not the penis at all. It's just the skin around the head.
A quarter.
The skin around the head of the penis. Because there's extra skin there.
They don't.
So I could have a whole extra quarter.
What was that?
I could have a whole extra quarter.
You could have a whole extra quarter, but you don't have it anymore.
Dang, I used to be in the
supposedly,
I could have been in the chin.
And supposedly, it's like feels better for men with that extra piece. Yeah. So going forth, people who are watching this, and maybe if you have more children, and you said you did your research, but maybe not looking at.
Do you have a preference, by the way? What's your preference?
What was that?
What's your preference, by the way? Just curious.
My preference?
In
what?
No. That too. We can talk about it later. But of a penis, an uncircumcised.
Why are you so curious about what I like?
Well, only because it came up in this instance of you said that allegedly you done your research and it's men feel better with it with research. I was curious. Do you have a preference? Because
no, I don't have a preference.
Okay, understood. Then that's that. Why do you think I want to know what you like?
I just think it's strange that you want to know what I like.
Oh, it's strange? Your voice is a different optic. I ain't here all night.
I'm conservative. I'm very conservative when it comes to my sex life.
Understood. Oh, what if I spoke to you in mermaid? Bubble, bubble, gurgle, gurgle. Oh my God. And what was for dinner tonight, by the way? Just curious.
He said, "What was for dinner tonight?"
Me?
What was cooked at the house?
So Julian loves the rice bowls from Chipotle, so I made a rice bowl with chicken at home.
Oh, you made it. That sounds real good.
Yeah, it was good.
You cook often?
Yes, every day.
Why do you?
And I teach my son how to cook. One of the benefits.
Does he cook for you?
Yes, he does.
What's his favorite dish, or what's what's your favorite dish from him, and what's his favorite dish he likes to cook? Just curious.
Oh my God, he is so amazing. What is my favorite?
Who is he? Read it out loud. Dear Delilah, I hate your stinking guts. That's Little Rascal.
Yeah, I thought it was Little Rascal.
No, Julian was coaching me, before I got on the podcast. How I was excited about going on. He's like, "Don't be weird. Sometimes you can just go blank and not talk." And so he's just still coaching me up. So
you've been talking.
I like him. You handled your motherfucking business tonight,
you're doing a great job.
in my opinion.
I want to know the question that was asked, not in the promo. Claude switched it up, but before,
sorry.
if it feels like we're going, I don't know what Claude's doing.
Work.
in any situation, given any set of hands and all the nuance that can go into it. Just a yes or no, I guess. And you can explain yes or no.
Oh, what? What was the question again? I'm sorry.
I haven't asked it yet. Should
Oh.
single women seek a male father figure? So if you're single, should you seek a boyfriend? If you're solo parent, should you be looking to balance that out?
I'm not seeking, but
I'm not saying not you, just in general. Just should a woman?
You probably had a family, bro.
What?
He's now a single mother.
He's talking to me about the gnat I just killed. Talking about it probably had a family.
So, Charlene, I'm gonna ask you about
baby.
Mike's question is a good question, and I know you're gonna say I'm not seeking somebody because the truth is you don't, in your opinion, you don't need someone, right?
Right.
To raise your son. But
Right.
if he fell out of the sky, Mr. Perfect dad, perfect boyfriend / husband, would you rather, you can still say no, whatever you want. I want this to be your true, honest opinion. Would you rather have that person to join your family to help be a partner to you and help raise your son for the next 5 years until he's 18 and goes off to college and maybe have some more kids? Well, not leave the other kids out. But would you rather have, or would you rather continue solo dolo?
No, I'm not a man hater. I'm open to. I love men. Yes, if that perfect person came into my life, then yeah, he can put a ring on it.
Do you? But not just for you though. Do you think though, overall, for Julian's sake, it would be a better position for him to be in with a 2-parent household or a 1-parent household? Guy is good. Guy is doing everything he needs to. Guy is doing what I did with my wife. I'm helping to raise him. I consider him my own, teaching him all the things that I learned that I didn't know growing up.
You're saying which one is better?
I'm saying
Which
if
one
you
I
want to
prefer?
say yes or no. Yeah, if you want to say yes, if you want to say better, yes, fine. Which one is better?
Yeah, I would love to find someone. I think, that's every human wants a significant other. So yeah, I would definitely love to find someone one day, and that would be a great situation for me and Julian.
Right.
I appreciate your time today.
Your honesty has been very much appreciated, actually. Much appreciated.
And I want to be clear, like Claude said, this sink or swim, we could talk a debate. I don't want you to, we're not judging your parenting choices. We know a lot of mothers who did it by themselves. And so, like I said earlier, salute to y'all who do it.
Thank you.
I'll end it there. Salute to
Thank you so much for having me. And
Oh,
Mermaid Charlene, you guys have to follow me on Instagram, Mermaid Charlene.
Yes.
No special characters.
Mermaid Charlene on Instagram. Anything else you want to promote? Anything you got going on? I know you do birthdays, right? Birthdays? I know you asked me about my daughter. We took her to Disney though, so maybe next time, maybe next birthday.
How was it? Oh my God, I went to Disney for my birthday. It was awesome.
I took two little kids. I took 2 toddlers to Disney in like 100-degree weather. It was awful. We got on all the rides, but it was hot and it was crazy. But I'll tell you some other time.
I had a terrible time.
Asking on behalf of your daughter.
Yeah. What?
She was asking on behalf of your daughter. How was it?
Oh, my daughter had a great time. She had a great time. She made lasting memories that she'll remember until she's 80 years old about how her daddy took her to Disney when she was 5 years old, and she had a great time. Not mentioning how daddy was drenched in sweat and miserable and tired and feet was hurting and all kinds of crazy things. But anyhow, thank you for asking though.
Nobody cares about your male plight.
Whatever. You just you know what? You used to come with me. You know what? Fuck you, actually. I've been meaning to tell you.
Used to come together?
Fuck you, because you used to come to Disney. You used to have annual passes. You used to come with us.
I know you.
And get me back up.
I know you.
So fuck you.
You were very mistaken, sir.
How many times
Did you come to Disney?
Never. Thinking back on those memories.
Oh,
probably
that was
y'all
your
two
girl.
and my girl.
That was your girl.
I was not there.
Never mind.
Damn. This man want to tangent how him and Mike used to come together.
Fuck you for not coming back then either. But anyhow, Charlene, 100%. Other than Mermaid Charlene, was there anything else you want to promote? Any IGs, emails?
Just my
Facebook?
IG. Could you guys put it on the bottom, like type it out my name, because maybe some people might spell my name wrong.
Yeah, actually, if you give us
Charlene,
3 seconds, Mike will put it up there while Steve's talking.
She got to say it.
Charlene, do you want it in bold?
I got it.
We can put a little emoji right next to it. We can put a little mermaid emoji.
I don't want to confuse people. Just IG, and then the semicolon, Mermaid Charlene, all one word.
Mermaid Charlene.
You're a swimmer yourself, right?
Of course, yes.
What's your background on that? Because you're not some chick that just puts on a mermaid tail and goes out and does stuff. You have some clout. Tell everybody about that real quick.
Yeah, I used to be a Wiki Watching Mermaid. Are you guys familiar with the shows, the Wiki Watching Mermaid shows?
Yeah, I almost died out there.
What?
Yep, that's
What?
an hour away from Tampa, and I did that for 3 years, and it was the best job in the world. And unfortunately, it wasn't paying the bills, so I had to quit, and I decided to be a mermaid for hire myself and to sell my mermaid products. And you can find my mermaid products on my Etsy page, and that's also in my bio of my Instagram page.
Is
So
that
supporting single moms.
One time, like I ain't gonna lie, like one time I was talking to, like, I was in the ocean, right? I was fishing, I was enjoying, I was swimming, and this let me know that I had, like, my game was like A1. My game was like strong as shit because I made a mermaid open her legs. It was wild. And mermaids are like, yeah, you understand.
No.
Mermaids don't have legs.
Exactly.
That wasn't a mermaid.
That was just a fishy
So,
smelling
like,
female.
like, did
Yeah.
kill hip hop. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That dude.
No.
If you can make a mermaid,
I'm just saying, you're out here messing with fishy smelling females. I'm
Was
not
it
judging
a
you,
woman that
but if it
was
smells like fish
fish
between the legs,
and their
you know
legs
what?
at the
You're right.
bottom?
You're right. You got it. You got it. People that get me understand what's going on. I'm not gonna act like I know, like I'm not gonna act like y'all ain't the joke. I'm doing this right now. Y'all got it. You're right. It wasn't a female.
the
Wasn't a
trigger
mermaid.
man got
You're right.
triggered, and we all
I'm
did.
not triggered at all. I'm cool.
That was
Thank you
fun.
so much for that tag.
All right,
I
anyhow,
appreciate it.
sorry, we digress, Charlene. Thank you for being on the show 100%. You're welcome back anytime. The Port Podcast, you've been a great
Thank
sport.
you so much.
And we
Yeah,
appreciate
thank
you
you
being 100%
very much,
honest.
Charlene.
Invite me back. I can talk about
100%.
anything: relationships, interview a mermaid.
Alcohol. That's what we Port Podcast.
What
I
do
need
mermaids
alcohol
drink?
next time.
What do mermaids drink under the sea?
Bubbly, of course.
Oh, nice. I like that.
Wow.
Next time I have to make you. You don't even think about that. I fucked up. I should have made a mermaid themed drink. Anyhow.
Yes, you should
All right.
have.
I
Okay,
know.
now we definitely have to do this again. Interview
will.
a
We'll get-
mermaid with the mermaid drinks.
All right, we'll get you back on, Charlene. All right. Thank you for
Yay.
being on the Port Podcast. We're gonna drop you now, Mike. If you want to go ahead and
Okay,
got it.
bye.
Let her go-
Thank
go
you. Bye,
have a good
guys.
night.
Nice meeting
Thank
you.
you.
Bye,
Take
Todd. Good
Very
night.
nice meeting you.
Bye, sweetheart.
Nice
Bye-bye.
meeting you guys.
Oh
Oh,
shit!
it's just-
But before we continue
I
on,
heard
I
her.
want y'all to know that I know because I would feel like I did disservice. Like one of the hardest punchlines and one of the most salute to Lloyd Banks for dropping one of the lines. Like I forgot the setup, but the punchline was, "I can make a mermaid open her legs," and that shit lit.
I knew what you were saying. Yeah.
No, you did not. You're
Actually,
not.
kind of-
I doubt
Listen,
it.
it lit up the hip hop world.
I doubt you do.
Salute the Banks for the punch. Salute the Banks for the insight that I just gave tonight, because when I thought of it, if it wasn't of him, and yeah, hip hop heads know what time it is.
I may not have known, but who knows? Anyhow, Steve,
What was that look you just gave the individual camera?
Kind of cracked my neck there a little bit. Charlene, thank you, Charlene, for being on the Pour Up Podcast. You've been a good sport. If you're coming on the Pour Up Podcast, y'all gotta know, y'all gotta be good sports. Y'all gotta have Teflon skin, Teflon chest, like you.
This has
can
nothing
take a
to do
bullet.
with anything.
Go ahead.
I'm just curious. Do y'all ever think, because I watch a lot of older school things like movies from the 80s and 70s and things that I grew up on that I wasn't quite fully aware of and understanding
Yep.
of it,
Mhm.
and like I got it or I didn't quite get it. So I wonder,
Tell
like,
us.
and I look at those styles because they thought it was lit, like they thought it was fire, like Kid and Play back in the day, like old.
At the time, cross colors and all that was lit.
All
Yeah.
it
I had the high top
so,
fade.
so when you watch it, it's like it was out. But as I look at ourselves, I see Claude with a red hat, or Buck's hat, obviously, but it's a red hat. It's kind of big, but not too big. Crazy. It's not a hit. Understand, it's not a hit. Let me finish. It's not a hit because right now
Same hat Mike's wearing.
it's not a hit. You feel hit. That's why it's not a shot at all. It fits our time frame
Yeah.
where we're at.
Right now, this is the look.
So 20 years, 24 or 5 years, like House Party drop, and I go back and I look, and maybe people are just wearing like little tiny yarmulkes right in front. I don't know the style. We don't know. We can't foresee the style.
You know what's
So
crazy?
is it going to be like stamped of like this was a time frame in their life?
You know what's crazy?
What?
What's the last time you went out and saw the fashions that people were wearing out
last Saturday at I seen a comedy club or comedy shit for us meaning our community.
No, yeah.
Our urban community. I
100%.
was at Comedy Style or Comedy
Right.
Club. She was amazing.
I bet it was. Keep an eye on some of the clothes that they're wearing and things that people wear. How we used to dress as kids in the 90s is literally stylish now, and it's so ridiculous. Because how we dressed in the 90s was not like, it was like whack. If you look at it now, you're like big ass jeans and like fucking shit. It's not whack, but you know what I'm saying. The style is coming back now. It is coming around like a boomerang. But also a popular movie from the 90s.
Yeah, Boomerang.
But-
Sorry, salute to Eddie Murphy.
Salute to Eddie Murphy.
More Marcus.
Marcus. Remember that? We're seeing
Why you roll your tongue so
Marcus.
weird, bro?
No, remember who he got with Eartha Kitt?
No,
Marcus.
I remember it because I said it first. You're adding extra.
Anyhow,
Nigga,
it's
see
time
that?
for shit.
He had to roll though.
I
He
did
rolled
have to
it.
roll.
Yeah, you did this.
Mike, do you see my? All righty, ladies and gentlemen, it is the end of the night, and we're getting ready to get the hell up out of here. So it's time for Drinks on Me with CP34. Today, I'm got a nice little ditty, nice little sipping / shot drink. It's kind of big to take as a shot. It's more of a sipping type drink for
It's
you.
a big dick.
It's a what?
What'd you say?
You talk a lot about dick today.
I didn't.
You
But what did
did.
you say?
Circumcises and stuff. I feel like that you probably. I was
Well,
out
that
there
was
pissing,
medical
but
terms. Now we're
yeah.
talking about dick.
Okay. Today's drink is inspired by our revamp of our middle segment, our main segment of the show, which is called Sink or Swim. Today's drink is also called Sink or Swim. Here's the recipe. Requires some ice cubes, 1.5 parts of cognac and 2/3 of sweet vermouth. You put it in a shaker, you shake it up, and you drink it. You can either take it as a shot, or you can sip on it, or throw some ice in it and slip on it slowly while you still got it in there. It is called a Sink or Swim. It is a pretty decent, nice sipping aromatic drink. Oh, I forgot. It's got a dash of bitters in it as well. So
Oh, this
so
bitch romantic.
Yeah. Why is it romantic? I said aromatic.
Oh, a romantic.
You know, I'm starting to think that your speech impediment is just pure ignorance.
No, it's only a speech impediment. That's it. It's just speech
It's a
impediment.
speech impediment. All right.
But what'd you call it?
It's aromatic.
Well, enlighten us.
It's aroma. You can smell it. When you smell it, it's gonna tantalize your nostrils, your
Let me see
your
if he's
nasal,
right.
your nasal.
Mike, did you ever
Yeah.
hear of that?
Yeah.
I personally, I've never heard of
Yeah.
it.
I made this with Gallo
Aroma's a thing.
Gallo sweet vermouth,
It
y'all,
actually do smell good.
and some what is Sinac cognac. I don't normally drink this. This will be over there, Steve, for you to hit on next episode as well, because I don't normally drink cognac. But nice, good cognac drink. Mix some sweet vermouth in there. 1.5 parts cognac, 2/3 sweet vermouth, and a dash of aromatic bitters with some ice. Shake it up and throw it in a glass and sip on it a little bit, or take it as a shot. It's up to y'all. This is called the Sink or Swim in
Do
honor
you
of.
prefer a shot or you prefer a drink?
Take this as a shot. This is a big ass shot. In fact, I think I might have even
Oh,
poured it
shit,
wrong.
man,
This is
bro.
big. No, sip on it. This is a good little sipping, chilling at
No,
home.
but so what do you prefer?
I prefer sipping. Sip on it. You know, you just watch the Pour Up podcast at the end of the night, and you know, you're just trying to chill, have a little sip on it. Maybe have a girl over, whatever. Just make it for the both of you. You sip and watch
You have your wife
some
play-
Netflix and chill.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would never give my wife cognac. Although her mom drinks like
That's
peach
brandy.
E&J. That's brandy. I
That's
know.
brandy.
How you remember that? Good memory.
because you mentioned I don't, but you mentioned it before.
Are you Renee's dad too?
Two. Two is funny.
All right, y'all, let's do this. Let's get it in. Y'all, this is called a Sink or Swim. Make sure that you can either sink
Sipping.
and take it as a shot, or you can swim and just sip on it, y'all. That's why I call it Sink or Swim, because you can sip on it or you can take a shot out. Nice little aromatic.
This for me is a
Yeah.
good drink,
Just a little-
and this is not a drink that I personally would shoot.
No,
I would definitely sip
on
this,
it,
and I
yeah.
would order a lot of these.
Yeah.
Like as I'm sipping them
you
along.
get fucked up too, because it's just liquor and a little bit
Is
of
it all just
it's-
like
There's no,
it's-
yeah,
it's
the chase
just-
is vermouth.
vermouth, which I think
Yeah,
is. I think vermouth
yeah.
has what 0.0 is actual. Liquor,
No,
is it
I
not?
like
Liqueur
this.
is what
Yeah.
I have to believe it to be.
No, I like this. This
All right, y'all.
I would pass on this.
You not gonna sip on it?
It's-
Oh, we
it's-
don't drink
it's-
cognac. You and I don't normally drink.
Yeah,
cognac.
it's in the family of what I would drink. I would switch that cognac for a whiskey base, and I think it would be great.
I could probably throw some bourbon in there too. If you want to switch it up with some bourbon, do
That'd
that
be
too.
great.
But I
I don't hate it though.
if you put bourbon in there, you can't call it a sink or swim. You're just gonna call it a Mike in the ocean.
And what is Mike doing in the ocean?
Sinking.
Why is Mike?
No, he
sinking?
is. I would too because we don't float.
I've seen him
He's-
swim in the ocean.
I
He can
can-
swim.
I can
Oh,
swim.
that's true. It's not sinker.
Claude's referring to the fact that I can't just float.
Sinker
Granted,
float.
one time
That's what you gotta call it,
One
sinking
time I
float.
seen Mike swim in the ocean and literally
Did he
ate.
jump over you?
No,
Was the Michael Jackson song playing?
No, he was saying the story. You don't have to guess. You don't have to guess.
No,
He's,
that's-
Remember the movie?
he's gonna tell you what
none-
happened.
None
Go
of
ahead,
that was
go ahead.
happening.
he's gonna tell you what happened.
Seals was jumping out of the water. They were terrified. They thought they were food.
No, we made the same joke.
No, what did you say? Mine's better. And it
I don't know
helped
why
you.
was a little
Both of them
better.
shits was trash.
It was
Whatever,
trash.
because it was
For
at you.
both of y'all.
It was
All right, y'all.
trash.
Let's get to the shits. I'm a little drunk and I can't. Mike, can you see my?
What are you trying to
We
do?
know, bro.
The last call.
Per
last
usual.
Call. We have a last call again? I can't even tell. Let's get the hell. Oh, there it is. I see it. I got it.
Let's call for alcohol.
Made this shit way more fly.
Yeah.
Last call, ladies and gentlemen, for alcohol. Well, not for us, maybe for y'all, but we're gonna probably drink and talk a little bit more after the episode. It's what we do on the Pro Podcast, but we gotta get our final thoughts out so that y'all can go about your life and we can go about our life. Last call, gentlemen. Who wants to go first? I went first last time, so
I would go first, but I don't know. I don't have none.
Big cash,
I do have one. Actually, I'll
Go ahead.
I'll go last.
Big
Right
cash
middle.
money bags. Last call. So excuse me. Gerber. Salute the Bucks. We're going to smash ass all season long. 16-0 in my
Pause.
prediction. I can't. We're talking football.
smash ass though. That's just
How come
You
whenever
can't
you?
smash a
How
chicken.
come, how come everything sexual you immediately jump to
you
men?
said smash ass. I'm just saying.
So
I said
Are you
pause.
an
I was
anal
just
indulger?
covering
Your
you.
girl don't
And
have
I'm
an ass?
asking you, are you an anal indulger?
No, I don't indulge in anal.
And
That's where the
also,
poop is.
does your girl not have ass?
My girl has-
Stop popping your lips
my
every
girl
time
has
you
a
do
little
this.
Booty for a white girl. Why are you trying to diss her?
No, I would
No,
never.
He didn't. This. He asked you
Wow.
a question,
Yeah, she got a little bit of ass.
I would
Little
never.
Little jiggle jangle.
so you can smash
No,
ass.
no. Before we go to, I would never
I
disrespect
know
the
you would.
wife.
I'm just joking. Go
All
ahead.
right, cool.
Finish
This-
it up.
this-
Get your last call.
Yeah, because don't put that spun on my jacket. Don't put it on my jacket.
I'm not putting
My
that metal on
jacket
you.
clean.
I'm not
Besmirch
putting
your
that
name.
metal
My
on your
jacket
jacket.
real clean.
No.
I want
I'm
nothing
trying
on
to
my
besmirch your
jacket.
name, bro. That's crazy.
My last call. I got this. I don't know. Listen. We had a fun tonight.
We did.
My last call is single mothers. Salute to y'all. I respect y'all. I love y'all, and y'all are doing y'all damn the best, and y'all absolutely can raise boys into men, but it's definitely easier with a little help. So stop it with you don't need a man. Like stop that wild shit. But I do agree that a single mother can raise a boy into a man, and that's my last call. Who wanted to?
I'll go let you
wanted
last,
to
man, because you got
next?
some announcements to make. Well, I agree but disagree. I really do fully think that growing up, it probably would have been a little bit easier, a little bit better to have a man in my life that was more consistent. And my uncles, big ups to my uncles, my
I'm
brother.
here now though.
My brother, shut up. My brother, all of the above that influenced me. There's certain things though, as a mother, that you cannot experience that a father would with a son. But that's neither here nor there. I won't argue that point anymore. Just rewind. If you're just joining us, rewind the episode. You can see everything.
Just
that
a
I'm talking
quick
about right
question,
now.
Claude.
What?
Did you ever make a drink like before you met me?
Did I ever make?
Just a question. Is it yes or no? These are yes or no's. Did you ever make drinks like these before you met me?
Yes.
So you was making.
I've always kind of wanted to be a bartender.
But Claude, but were you doing it?
What do you mean?
Have you ever made this drink before you met me?
No.
Okay, well we're gonna stop there. Next question. Next question.
Go ahead.
Have you ever met Mike before you met me?
Yes.
But did you meet Mike with Mike knowing me?
Of course.
Okay, we're gonna stop there.
Where's this going?
I'm just letting you know how relevant I am in your
This
life.
is so shut up.
That's it.
You interrupted my last call for that. Fuck you. God damn it. Interrupted my shit for that nonsense. Hey, single mom, we get it. We get it. I was raised by a single mom. I love her to death. She's the greatest person in the whole entire world. She was double the mom. I'm just saying, you don't have to be double the mom, but also just don't find a man just to be a father to your son. You know, natural progression, but just understand that it's not always, it's difficult and it ain't easy. And it'll be a lot easier if there was a man in there. But I ain't dissing you for not. It's not. You know, it is. Life is what it is, and it is what it is, and we just kind of got to make the best of what we have. That's what it is. You make the best of what you had. Like Charlene, you took lemons and you made it into lemonade, and that shit is sweet. Bars. I am CP34. I'm gonna throw it to Mike because that's called. Go ahead. I don't know.
That was not a bar.
No.
You actually never mind. You gotta cite your references, but an old proverb unknown. Did you put the graphic in that I sent, or we didn't have time?
We did not have time. Sorry.
Okay. September 18th. I believe that is a week from today.
Yeah. That's literally next Saturday.
10 days from today.
But while you're talking, I'll log in and put
9 days from today, September 18th. We're gonna be live from Tampa. Was it Tampa Night?
Oh, night. Oh my God, I'm drunk. The night market, Tampa Night Market.
Thank you. I just need to September 18th. Y'all saw us last time.
IG, it's on there.
We did the live from Pusha Preem's video release. We also y'all got to check out the interviews with Jay Brown and Pusha Preem, and then we got one with Steph that's coming soon. But next week we will be live from Tampa Night Market. DJ Yaz in the building. I forget who's hosting, but it's gonna be a fun. It's gonna be a fun thing. There's gonna be some performances. We gonna be there. Shout out to the Hidden Sound Village and everybody that put that together. Poor Podcast coming at you live again from another event. Y'all never seen that before. Admit it. But we gonna be there. Poor Podcast. I am Mike Lake, aka Hillsboro Slim.
Yo. I'm not gonna do. I am CP34.
Steve Cash Money Bags, aka the Fitness Addy. Great time. Y'all be sure to shine. Single mothers.
See freestyling.
Y'all on the grind.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I like
Get
it.
out of here. Oh, I've got to do that. Actually, we had.
What the
I
fuck?
forgot. There was one
wait
thing.
to
I can't wait to
interrupt
do that.
Steve.
Sorry, Steve. Your interview with Steph. I forgot. We forgot to.
It wasn't
we forgot-
our-
we forgot-
it was
it was
mine.
our interview.
It was mine.
Our interview.
We was
Our
there.
interview with Reese. I do want to. What we'll do is we'll actually. He goes by Reese now. Sorry, you put his real shit out there. What we'll do actually on this episode, we'll actually end with a little bit of a clip from his show, and then we'll cut out. We'll do 30 seconds, and then we'll cut out. Right? We good? Poor
It's the
podcast show.
pour
It's
I
the
want
pour up,
to
y'all.
the way he texted me to tell you stuff, but go ahead.
Enjoy this, y'all. We'll be out here. Enjoy this, and then we'll be out. Go.
You can find a nigga cross country, come and hunt me. Better bring the armor, you can't one-on-one me. Never stun me, stay charged up, energize a bunny. Put my on my feet, never outrun me. Rain forever, that living this yada, I address the devil, clenching levels, very special. I'm sipping on the hand, I say what I want to build up. Back the fuck or get smacked the fuck. Trash as fuck, niggas want a feature, better add it up. Probably taking money, make it better, bro. I need more money in the schedule. A crib in an unknown location. We don't wanna be located. Somewhere in the woods, I'm faded. No city lights, just real vibration. Bigger pockets. Bigger wallets, pop in, Christopher Wallace, got bigger options. Pop in, what's in your pocket? Give me your wallet. Pop in, Christopher Wallace, give me the loot. Before I shoot, aiming at tooth, aiming at me cause I'm aiming at you. What you gon' do? Lit is a room on December 25th, you're rapping the school, but it's